Round one, fight!
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Tournament Fights. This is episode number 40. I'm your host, Jordan Movie Hero Anderson, for tonight. And tonight, our topic, we are here to honor one of our favorite recurring guests on Tournament Fights. That's Mr. Jordan Owens, aka JPO. So it should be fun to reveal what his top 64 favorite movies of all time, and we can judge him harshly. So that'll be a fun time. And then by the end of this whole thing, he'll have a new favorite movie that we're gonna force him to watch whenever the show ends, like after midnight or whatever, depending on what part of the country you're in. But anyways, let's introduce our guest for tonight. I'll bring up my co-host first, Austin Pez. How's it going?
Hello. Welcome to another Top 64. These are some of our favorite shows that we do because we have no idea what's coming, and it's a complete mystery. There's no theme, there's no rhyme or reason to it. We just kind of have to see what's going on and vote on it. But I like somebody else's list in the palms of our hands. It's always fun.
Yeah, right. Yeah, but I'll go ahead and introduce the guest of honor. You know him. You love him. You might see him up on a comedy stage or maybe at a wrestling event near you. Jordan Owens, how's it going?
Thank you. You like me. You really like me. We're going to discuss my favorite movies. I think I've seen all of them. At least one.
You think?
So
Okay.
I can't wait to discuss and for all of you to break my heart in many pieces.
Yep. It'll be a fun time for sure.
Hey, this one's way harder for the person who's on because you got to vote on your own movies that you love and make some tough decisions.
I know. Each round is like, ooh, I like them both. Ooh, I like those both. Oh, I like those.
Right.
I'm not sure I'm going to vote either
like
because the way I did it was I just kind of kept narrowing my list down until I got to 64. So I don't quite have them ranked even for me. Like I'm not right away like, oh, that's my number 2, that's my number 50. So I'll have to make some tough decisions.
But you don't know what your number 1 is, though, right?
I do know my number 1. That's why I said number 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, when it gets eliminated, you can let us know what it is. But
yeah, I'll let you know after and say, I'm off the show.
Yep. But we also have joining us Richie Nemo Goodacre.
Yeah, man. Glad to be here. Man.
I said anyone but Richie, guys. You've not read my notes. Anyone but Richie.
But I'm always here anyway. I'm just in the shadow,
Yeah, he would have been on backup anyways, watching the show. We probably would have brought him in if somebody dropped out anyways. So you would have been stuck with him regardless.
I wanted Richie here. I'm always glad. Thank you, Richie.
Yeah. No, I'm glad to be here to go through my buddy, my pal, my friend, Gordon Owens list, and I can't wait to get Geely to number 1.
Yeah, you know it.
Ben Affleck was great, right?
Every movie's an Affleck movie. That's a spoiler.
Yeah.
It's just his filmography.
Yep. But we also have joining us tonight, Stephen Sheppard. How's it going?
Hey, hopefully there aren't too many movies that I haven't seen. So.
Hopefully not. I know there's definitely a few for me because I got a little preview, but I tried to watch a couple. So yeah.
And someday, Steven, you'll get more than 3 posters.
I do have a lot more posters, actually. I just haven't gotten around to putting them up yet.
I like how tiny they are as well. I mean, it looks like they're really small.
That's the theater handouts is what it looks like.
I actually put them up.
He could block them with his hand, just putting it up behind him, and then he could cover them just by going like this.
Well, it's funny because I put them up a couple of weeks ago because I was doing Rankum where we were doing Bruce Willis movies. So I was
gonna say, is one of them Retaliation, G.I. Joe?
Yeah, I was looking for any poster of a Bruce Willis movie I had. Those are the only 3 Bruce Willis movies.
Oh, I see. Looper and what's the other one? Red?
A Good Day to Die Hard.
Okay.
Oh,
Well,
geez.
1 out of 3 of those.
I don't think that one made the list. Yeah.
Two of those definitely did not. Looper.
Looper
Yeah,
is
but-
great, and Legend did make the top 12. But yeah, the Good Dates Die Hard, bad movie, but I like the poster.
Yeah. But last but certainly not least, we don't want to forget Jacob Barber. How's it going?
Hey, it's going. Jordan and I don't really like each other, so I don't know why I'm here, but
Yeah,
you know,
right.
let me just
Everyone,
Crap,
you're
I
the
hate each
Voldemort
other.
to my Harry Potter.
They absolutely hate each other, right? Yeah.
the Stone Cold to his Vince McMahon.
Why am I the bad guy?
Well, Austin,
because you're the guy, you're the boss.
All right, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But do you want to explain it for anyone who might be tuning in? I know the panel's already been there, done that.
Oh, yeah.
How does this
You can
work?
explain how it's going to work.
Yeah, no, our panel is very, very familiar how tournament fight works, and I have a feeling, I don't know, this one might be a long one. We'll see. This panel might get a little rowdy at times, so we'll see. We'll see how it
Calm
goes.
down,
But
Steven.
for anybody watching who might not be familiar, we took all of Mr. Owen submitted his top 64 favorite movies to Mr. Anderson, and he threw them into the randomizer, into the March Madness bracket, and we're going to tonight determine his new favorite film. So what we'll do is we'll go up and down the ladder each round. We'll be starting with Mr. Steven Sheppard down there, who will go first in this first bracket here. We'll go up. Everybody will vote on either option A or option B, depending on what they are. We don't know what they are. They're a complete mystery to the rest of the panel here, and we will see what happens. But we need to vote regardless. Whether or not you've seen it, you got to vote on one or the other for any reason. And we'll do that. And basically, yeah, by the end of the night, Mr. Owens will have a new favorite film that'll have to log off and watch immediately. And that'll be his big prize. So I will ask you, Mr. Owens, are you ready to accept whatever fate this panel may deal you this evening?
Yes.
I mean, I guess no matter what, it's a movie I like. So worst case scenario, it's my 64th favorite movie. So yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
I hope so.
Well, that's the challenge. So if, having said that, we don't need to say much more, Mr. Anderson, just scroll on over and we'll get things started.
Yeah, and I do want to say that these are all in completely random order, so there's no seeding, there nothing like that. So you might see some crazy matchups right off the bat. But let's see. Here we go. We got Scream going up against Chasing Amy to start.
Two Miramax classics. All right.
Oh, the posters look similar too, kind of.
Yeah, kind
They
of.
do design these posters, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and I do
Same
want to say
Miramax
also
poster guy.
that out of any of these top 64 lists that I've seen before, since I got a little preview, Jordan Owens is the most similar to like the IMDb top 100 than anyone I've ever seen. So there's a lot of movies.
Wow.
Jordan DB right
that
here.
you ended up on there. Yep. so yeah.
Kind of boring.
But,
Sorry, I like
yeah.
quality films, Jacob.
Yeah.
Where's the diversity? Come on.
Quality according to
Boring.
who?
Yeah, right.
Myself.
But Steven, you're up first. So which one do you want to vote for?
I have not seen Chasing Amy, but it's like, well, I haven't seen any of Kevin Smith's recent stuff, but I've seen most
1997, Steven. So I don't know about reason.
No, I saw most of his older stuff.
No, you did, because this is his third movie.
Yeah. But I was going to say, Chasing Amy.
I will
Stop saying wrong things.
But I'll go with Scream since I've seen it, and I do like it.
Yeah. Sounds good. Well, Richie, I know you're a big Scream fan, so I'm kind of guess where you're going.
I feel like the stream's gonna last 6.5 hours.
Right?
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, it's actually pretty tough. Scream is one of my favorite movies. It's probably I mean, according to this show, John Wick's my favorite movie, but Scream's up there.
Nice.
But yeah, like Chasing Amy is one of Kevin Smith's best, and it's very kind of different to us. Like it's not sort of. I don't know, not your average sort of Kevin Smith like James. It's got a lot more. I don't know. There's more to it, I guess. But yeah, it's one of my favorite Kevin Smith movies. So this is hard. You know what? Just because Scream comes up here a lot and Chasing Amy doesn't as much, I'm going to go Chasing Amy, but I'll have Scream.
Ooh, all right, sounds good. Well, Jordan, which one are you going to go for?
So surprisingly, I'm a big fan of both of these movies. Sorry,
Really?
I had to say it.
Really?
No, yeah, this
How
was tough
original.
at first, but given a little bit of thought, I love Kevin Smith. I love Chasing Amy. Some stuff doesn't hold up as well as like the first viewing and later on, but I still think Scream is pretty damn well made. So, the big screen for the first time recently. I think it's kind of a perfect horror film to a large degree. So I'm gonna go Scream.
Yeah. Well, Austin, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm going to be in a similar boat as Richie. I've been kind of bombarded with a lot of Scream lately. Not that that's necessarily a bad thing, because I like the new movie and I like the original one a lot. But we don't see a lot of Kevin Smith on here, and this is the first time I think we've ever seen Chasing Amy on a tournament fight. So I'll give it to Chasing Amy just for something different.
Yeah, I think it's the first time we've seen it. Yeah,
We've only seen like the Clerks movies and stuff, and some of the One Crazy Day sort of things. That's about, I think, as far as I can remember, the only ones we've seen of those.
The Clerks and like Mallrats. I think that we've seen that.
Yeah, Mallrats.
Yeah. But Jacob, what do you think?
You guys bring up great points. So while I love Scream and I think it's a great movie, I will follow the trend and I will go Chasing Amy just to get something different.
Hey. All right. Well, I am a massive Scream fan. I actually have a Scream shirt coming in the mail tomorrow. So that tells you anything about where it lies as far as my favorite horror movies goes. It is my favorite horror movie of all time. It kind of goes back and forth between that and Halloween. Like I really like Halloween a lot too. But Chasing Amy is great. I have seen it and it's probably one of Kevin Smith's best movies. But it ain't no Scream, so I gotta go Scream.
Well, fitting enough with this panel, our first one, and we've got a tie right off the bat. So our very first match. So how the tie works for anybody watching is we rotate the tie-breaking vote. We just have one person give the tie-breaking vote, and we rotate it up the ladder each time. So Steve and Sheppard, you'll immediately have a tie-breaker vote right off the bat. So and the person breaking the tie can either stick with their original vote or can flip it at the last second. So Steven, what are you gonna put through?
I'll just have to keep Scream since I've seen it.
All right, fair enough.
All right,
we tried.
Right, Scream, we'll move on. Yeah, we tried. We tried. It was close.
Yep. Screams and moving on. All right.
No meat stick for you, Steven.
Yeah.
Hey, if it was Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back or Dogma, those two I've seen and I love, and I definitely would vote for them.
Keep waiting, maybe. For one of
They
those.
might be on this list.
Yeah. Let's see. Next up, we have The Wolf of Wall Street going up against Raging Bull. Ooh.
Interesting Scorsese battle.
Scorsese, yeah. All right, Richie.
All right.
I feel like I'm gonna hate you by the end of the fucking stream, Jordan, because these are fucking hard.
Yeah.
No, you should like me, and that you should like me. I hate me because of that.
It's going to take you to the end of the stream?
Mm-hmm.
Jacob started off hating me already.
Yeah. Right. Look, they're both classic movies. Wolf of Wall Street's my favorite Martin Scorsese movies, but they're all both Martin Scorsese. But yeah, they're both. But I think I like Wolf of Wall Street a bit better, a bit more. So I go Wolf of Wall Street. But if Raging Bull goes through, I won't be mad. But yeah, Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah. Sounds good. Jordan, what do you think?
Man, I like these two movies. I'm gonna go with. It's hard to say because I mean, again, they're kind of fantastic in their different realms of what they're going for. But I'll use the kind of classic tournament fights logic of, man, if I'm gonna pop one on right now, or even multiple times in a row, it's probably Wolf of Wall Street. That is like it's instantly repeatable, even with its length. It's a super watchable movie, so I'll go Wolf of Wall Street.
Sounds good. Austin, what do you think?
Yeah, I like Raging Bull a lot, but I've only seen it maybe 2 or 3 times over the years. And Wolf of Wall Street, obviously, it's in my top 64, and I've watched it probably 64 times. So Wolf of Wall Street for me.
Yeah, right. Well, Jacob, what do you think?
I think the meat stick went down wrong.
Yeah.
That's what she
Never
said.
mind.
Whatever happened to Jacob?
There we
You
go.
took a meat steak on a live stream.
Yeah.
So I have still only seen the first half of The Wolf of Wall Street. And there are a lot of movies that I would vote against in favor of just the first half of The Wolf of Wall Street. But Raging Bull is not one of them. I have seen it all the way through, and I think it's a fantastic movie. So this time I'm going to go with the movie I've seen all the way through, and I will go with Raging Bull.
Yeah. Well, so I watched Raging Bull for the first time about 2 days ago, and in prep for this episode, and I recognize that it's great, like the way that it's shot, the way that it's made, the way they do black and white and stuff. And I feel like it's a movie everyone needs to see at least once, but it doesn't really feel like a movie that I'm going to be returning to all that much. I mean, I'm really, really glad that I saw it, and it's kind of like pretty similar to Rocky, but like set in like the 40s kind of thing. So, but I'm a massive Wolf of Wall Street, so it's just kind of fitting. You got two Scorsese movies going up against each other, and my favorite Scorsese movie is Wolf of Wall Street, so I'm gonna go with that.
Yeah, it's a lot like Rocky. If Rocky was like a wife beater, yeah, it's a lot like that.
Yeah. Yep.
I love that was a pull quote. I thought that was a pull quote for the movie. It's like Rocky.
Yeah.
Rocky was alright.
It's like Rocky. If Rocky was a piece of shit.
Yeah, right.
It's a piece of human garbage. Yeah.
That's the other thing. Like, I don't like seeing movies where like people are beating on women constantly too. That kind of like bugs me. So.
I think they're both really good movies, but neither of them I would call among my favorite from Scorsese. I think they lack the rewatchability of something like The Departed or something like that. But they're both really good. I'll go with The Wolf of Wall Street just because I think it's a little bit more entertaining, even though I do think it's a little too long.
Yeah. Well, Richie, what do you think?
Richie already voted. He voted first.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so is it Wolf of Wall Street? Is that where we're at?
It's over. Yeah, it's over.
All right.
Uh-huh.
All right.
What's the over-under on
that
Jordan
good?
asking people who already voted to vote again?
Yeah, right.
Pretty high.
Let's take a shot.
That's why I keep track.
At least over 30% probably it'll happen.
Yeah.
But next we got Avengers Endgame. The Godfather.
Jesus.
So kind of interesting.
Both of these were in my top 64.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So is it
Mr. Owens.
It's
Yeah.
me.
Mhm.
I mean, they belong to being a lot of people's 64s. Endgame, what a beautiful finality. Some of our favorite characters been following for years. Get everyone on screen, but I mean, it's the Godfather, man. I'm the kind of guy I gotta go for Godfather. That's where my heart lies. So I'm going for Godfather.
Yeah, sounds good. Austin.
Yeah, Godfather was in my 64 as well, and I still have problems with Endgame. Not that I don't think it's an enjoyable movie. People think I hate it. I don't hate it, but like I'm more of an Infinity War guy, and I don't really have any flaws almost at all with The Godfather. It's one of the great pieces of storytelling ever. So, Godfather for me.
Yeah. Jacob.
I feel bad for not voting Endgame out of the first round in the last tournament fights.
Right.
So I'm going to give it a pity vote here, even though I think The Godfather might go through.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, for me, I have a little bit of a hot take on The Godfather. I do like it, and I do recognize that it's a really good movie, but I just don't really myself understand like the all-time great argument for The Godfather. I just don't really see it
Because it is. But that's fine. You'll realize it one day. Trust me. No, I mean, when I first saw it in school, I didn't really get it either. And then like 20 years later, I was like, what the fuck was I thinking? like 20 years, this movie is the greatest piece of storytelling ever.
And it's just kind of slow moving. I just find myself getting a little kind of bored sometimes when I watch it. But it is good. I don't dislike it. I do like the movie. But over Avengers Endgame, no, I'm going to vote Endgame. So
You're like Peter
You're right.
Griffin when they're all about to die in
Avengers
Family
Endgame.
Guy. Before we all go,
Yeah, right.
I gotta let you know something. I don't like The Godfather. It insists.
Yeah, right. Yep. That's kind of like me, but
Robert Duvall.
What do you think, Steven?
So because opinions on movies are always, of course, subjective, I'm not someone who usually thinks there's a difference between best and favorite. But this would be one of the rare cases where I'll say I acknowledge that The Godfather is the better movie, but Avengers Endgame is the one that I'm more likely to rewatch over and over again. I have rewatched it over and over again. So I'm going to go with Avengers Endgame based on that.
Yeah. Well, Richie,
Yeah,
what's it going to be? Is it going to be a tie or not?
I'm in like Austin's camp. I thought I like Infinity War a bit better, but yeah, the Godfather, there's no real flaws in it. Yeah, okay, I understand. Like it might be better on a second viewing for some people, but it's fantastic. And I know it comes up on this list a lot, but it's for a reason for that. And like, yeah, it's one of those things where you sort of have to make an exception and put it through just because of how brilliant it is, even if it is on a lot of people's lists. So yes, I would say Godfather.
Yeah,
All right. Well, Richie, were you going to make it official with the tiebreaker and put it through?
I would say Godfather.
All right.
Yes. All right.
Sounds good.
All right. There we go.
And I get the
Godfather makes
Infinity
it.
War argument. I struggle between that and an Endgame all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did say, Richie, you're not going to switch your vote from 5 seconds ago?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. But next we got Billy Madison. Going to put adaptation. Okay. Some of these matchups are interesting.
Yeah. All right.
Austin, you're up.
Yeah. So this is another one. I realize one is clearly the better film than the other, but I am much more likely to put on and watch Billy Madison over adaptation, as much as I think adaptation is one of Nicolas Cage's better movies of the 2000s, playing the dual roles and everything like that. So while I do like adaptation, it's not one of my overall favorite Nick Cage movies, but so I'll go with Billy Madison, but I do have love for adaptation.
Yeah. Well, Jacob, what do you think?
So I've never seen adaptation, but I can't stand Billy Madison. I do not
Really?
get the love for that movie. I do not
Ouch.
like it at all. So in this case, I'm going to go with the movie I've never seen and go with adaptation.
All right. Well, O'Doyle rules.
No, he
O'Doyle
doesn't.
rules. O'Doyle rules. Yes.
Mhm.
O'Doyle rules, and I've not seen adaptation, so I'm voting Billy Madison. Steven?
Okay, I don't hate Billy Madison as much as Jacob does, but I definitely don't like it nearly as much as everyone else does. Of all the 90s Adam Sandler comedies, this one was just okay to me. I love adaptation. It's great. It's my second favorite movie that Charlie Kaufman has written. I'm sure the other one is going to be on here somewhere. So I will go with adaptation quite easily.
Yeah. Well, Richie, what do you think?
Yeah, I love adaptation. I like how meta it is. I love Charlie Kaufman as a writer. I like how he did actually get tasked to adapt something else, and he couldn't, so he just decided to make a movie about how hard it is to adapt to that book. But it's one of Nicolas Cage's better performance, but more sort of I don't know what you call I don't know, like less bombastic performances. I guess very kind of very centered performance. But he's really great. But yes, I'm going to go with the same with argument. Like if the two in front of me, I'm going to watch Billy. I'd rather watch Billy Madison because adaptation's kind of slow moving, and it has it's not like definitely not as quotable as Billy Madison. And Billy Madison is fantastic. I get more out of it each time I watch it. So Billy Madison.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Jordan, is it going to be a tie or what's it going to be?
Oh, Veronica Vaughn, so hot. Want to touch the
Touch the
hiney.
hiney.
As much as I love Billy Madison, I can quote it all day. Stay here as long as you can. And as much as it's, peeing your pants is cool, then consider me Miles Davis.
Yeah.
I love Billy Madison. It's a nostalgia pick for me, definitely. But this is not to me, as much as I even said it before earlier with Wolf of Wall Street, it's not always about the most rewatchable film, the most accessible film. It's the best. I got to go to adaptation. Charlie Kaufman's script, fantastic performance by Cage. Don't forget Meryl Streep. Yeah, I got to go Kaufman and adaptation for me. So tying it up.
Yeah.
Well, we're setting records tonight with the ties over and over and over again so far. 3 ties out of 4 matches so far, or hitting 6. And well, Mr. Owens, you have the power, so I'm assuming you're going to stick with adaptation.
I don't know, Jordan's a tough one. Well, Jordan, since you're pulling a Nicolas Cage in adaptation, let's go with adaptation. I agree.
Yeah.
Adaptation.
All right.
Sounds good.
There you go.
He's playing himself, right?
Oh man,
Catch Me If You Can, going up against Captain America: Winter Soldier. So
This is actually tough.
yeah. So Austin, you're up first.
Nope. No, Jacob's up first.
Okay, you
It's me, Jacob.
Jacob.
Yeah, and as long as these are matchups of a movie I've seen against a movie I haven't seen, it's going to be so easy for me to vote. Catch Me If You Can is high up on my watch list. I really want to see it. I've heard nothing but great things.
Get to it, Jacob.
But Captain America, the Winter Soldier is a great movie, and I think it gets better every time I watch it. So I'm going to go with the Winter Soldier.
Yeah. I really love Catch Me If You Can. It's actually probably one of my favorite Steven Spielberg movies. Like, I just love the whole style and the vibe and everything. And Leonardo DiCaprio's awesome in it. But I mean, Winter Soldier, that's in my top 5 favorite comic book movies of all time. So, I mean, because it's ranked that high, I got to go Winter Soldier. So, Steven?
These are both so fantastic. You could honestly, it's almost like just flip a coin, and it wouldn't matter which one.
Yeah.
But I'm going to give the slight edge to Catch Me If You Can.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah.
Richie?
Yeah, this is hard because they're both really great movies. I think Winter Soldier is the best character solo. Just a solo movie that we've ever had. That we've had so far. And it's gonna be hard to beat it. It's a great spy thriller. But Catch Me If You Can is great as well. Leonardo DiCaprio sort of coming out party where it was, he was in, he had been in stuff and he'd been praised, but I think this was the one where Hollywood finally took him fully seriously as an actor. Just because I don't think it comes up as often as it should, I'm gonna go Catch Me If You Can.
Yeah, sounds good. Jordan, what do you think?
I underestimated how hard this would be sometimes. Like Sophie's Choice, choosing between my babies here.
Yeah.
Sophie's Choice, not on my list, by the way. But
oddly enough, it hasn't been on anybody's list yet. Yeah.
No. Also, I don't think that's quite the same thing.
This is the same thing. This is the exact.
It's the exact
100% same thing as Sophie's Choice. Online podcast about which movies you like more. Steven kind of said, man, I feel like, again, this is the kind of argument of damn, because they're both great in what their own field and what they're going for here. But if I just go with, again, my style, what I'm really into is great dialogue. This was, I agree that it's DiCaprio was oh shit, this kid's got a little something. I'm going to go Catch Me If You Can. Great use of the F word too. The one F word. I love it.
Yeah. Right. Well, Austin, what do you think?
Yeah. When we did our Leo movies for Tearmaker, I'd rewatched this one, and I was reminded how great that movie is. And just because Captain America: Winter Soldier literally just made the Elite 8 of our comic book thing on Tuesday night, I'm gonna vote for Catch Me If You Can on this one, and put it through and see how far it makes it.
Knock.
Is it a tie or what are the votes at?
No, it was going to be a tie had I voted for Winter Soldier, but it's Catch Me If You Can, 4-2.
Right. Sounds good.
I wasn't going to waste my own tiebreaker for that for no reason. So no,
we never know because you like what you like, but
yeah.
But up next, though, we have Logan going up against Good Will
Oh man.
Hunting.
Gordon,
Lo-
I hate
Logan.
you.
Logan, who can't seem to catch a break on almost any episode of Tournament Fights, no matter when
Yeah.
it comes up.
How can you hate me? What was I supposed to do? Choose half good, half bad movies? To
Yeah,
make
right.
it easy?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
No, it's just
easy.
it seems to be more of Logan's issue. He can't seem to get
Yeah.
out of the first round. Can't seem to claw his way out of the first round ever on Tournament Fights. But Jordan,
Yeah.
I'm assuming I know where you're going to vote on this one, so we'll see.
Yeah. Well, it's my favorite movie of all time, so I got to go with Logan. And I have not seen Good Will Hunting, so I need to get around to doing
Wow,
that.
get to it, Jordan.
But yeah,
Even I've
That's
seen
one
it.
it's one of my
I
blind
do not
spots,
like
but-
those apples.
Yep. So I'm going with Logan. Steven?
Yeah, actually, this is not that hard for me. I've always liked Logan, but I don't love it quite as much as most people. Good Will Hunting is the easy winner for me here. That's a great movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Richie?
This is tough. Good Will Hunting is fantastic. I think it's still what Robin Williams one of his best performances of his career. He's fantastic in this movie. Yeah, and Logan's one of my favorite comic book movies of all time. I love how they did that. You know what? Just because it doesn't get a break, I'll go Logan, but I won't be upset if Good Will Hunting makes it through. But yeah, I'll show some love for Logan.
Yeah. Sounds good. Well, Jordan, what do you think?
Yeah, hopefully you won't get upset because I'm leaning, I think, towards Good Will Hunting. God, I love Logan. But Good Will Hunting, that monologue with Robin Williams, it's one I've performed personally. I love it. Just some beautiful performances here, good writing. Also, Logan doesn't have Ben Affleck, so Good Will Hunting.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch! You
Yeah.
stole my line.
Yeah, right. Well, Austin?
Yeah, I feel bad for Logan, but I've only really sat down and watched it twice, and there's a reason. I just have to be in the right mood to watch Logan. But Good Will Hunting is a great movie to just put on, and I can really get into it at any time. And I've seen it way more times than twice, so I'm gonna go with Good Will Hunting. So sorry, Logan, my apologies.
Yeah.
But Jacob, it could be coming out of Jacob. We'll see.
So is it 3-2 for Good Will Hunting right now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Depends what you
So
wanna
here's
do.
what I'm gonna do because I love both of these movies. They are both in my top 15, and I'm so high on
Dang.
both these movies. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tie it up by giving one vote to Logan.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm gonna give
Right.
my other vote to Good Will Hunting, so I don't feel bad voting against either of these movies.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Is that a
Double
first?
vote.
I like that logic.
Yeah.
But either way,
But wait, what are you doing? Because wait a minute,
So-
because you voted for Logan though. But unfortunately, Jacob, I have the tiebreaker.
Yeah.
vote. You don't.
That's right. You
So-
wasted. Oh, you wasted it.
So,
That's it. gonna
you
put
know,
Then you know
or-
what? Then I can't do it then because Good Will Hunting is higher up on my personal list and I like it just a little bit more. So I'll go with the logical vote this time, and you go Good Will Hunting. I don't know why I thought I had the tiebreaker.
okay. Yeah,
No, it's all good.
I think it's
All right,
usually
then.
because Jacob, usually you're below, like
That's true.
we're flipped in our spots. Like usually I'm right below
Yeah.
Jordan, and then and Jordan for whatever reason has had me in that third
Below
spot
him.
recently. Yeah.
Yeah, because now that he's like considered like an admin of the the StreamYard, he just pops up there automatically now. So, yeah. But it's all good.
All right.
I love your wrestling podcast, Jacob.
Yeah.
Every 19 months.
Yeah, right.
And we talk about the Rumble.
We're going to
2022.
talk about the
In
2018
2024.
Rumble on the next.
Yeah.
Yeah. But up next we have Inception going up against Up. All right. So is it
All right,
back to
Steven.
Steven? Is it? Yeah.
Well, as much as I like Inception, it's not one of my favorite Christopher Nolan movies, but I still think it's great. That's less about the movie itself and more about how great Nolan is. But Up is my favorite Pixar movie and probably my favorite animated movie of all time. I think it was the only animated movie on my top 64. So I will go with Up.
Yeah, sounds good. Richie?
Yeah, Up is great, but like I think what holds together is that first like gripping 10, 10, 15 minutes. Like the opening is very heart wrenching and one of the sort of more memorable openings of a Pixar movie. But beyond that, it's a good movie. But like I think it doesn't sort of I think people only remember. I remember the really the opening, and then it's like it's just sort of run of the mill Pixar movie. It's still good. But Inception, one of Christopher Nolan's better movies. Sort of just before, one of the better, probably the better one before he sort of became. I don't know. In my opinion, he got like a bit too pretentious for his own good. But Inception's fantastic. So I'll go Inception.
Yeah. Well, Jordan.
No offense when I say Richie, you're wrong. Steven, you are spot on. Literally copy and paste what Steven said. I like Inception a lot, obviously. I would say it's probably towards the lower end of this list for me. I love Up. Yes, the first 10 minutes might be the best, but that doesn't make it a bad thing when you start out at an 11 out of 10 and the rest of your movie is only an 8 or a 9 out of 10. It still doesn't make it the movie's not good. It just means you have the greatest fucking 10 minutes ever, and it also pays off in the end in a beautiful, beautiful way. Up is fantastic. Up's getting my vote.
Yeah. Sounds good.
It's not that serious.
Yeah, right?
To me it is.
Yeah.
It's so real to me, damn it.
Damn it.
They're just movies. No, it's all right. Austin?
I guess me and Richie should do a podcast because we vibe on damn near everything for the most part. Because I have the same thoughts. It's like I love Inception, and I think Up. Like again, I'm the same. I think it not only does it peak in the first 10 minutes, but I don't think it's half as good as the first 10 minutes of the rest of the movie. I think it's like an average Pixar movie at best. So yeah, I'm definitely going Inception on this one.
But is being an average Pixar movie a bad thing, considering that
it is now? It used to back in the day. That was a higher standard. Now that we've had a lot of like mediocre Pixar movies, it's gone down. Yeah,
we've had a few, but
like what, Austin?
Your track record is still pretty impressive.
Yeah.
How about all the Cars? Yeah.
Okay. That's
I love the first Cars.
Good Dinosaur.
All the Cars.
Yeah.
That is the second scapegoat. Name a third one.
I'm sorry, I just named 4. But I keep going Monsters University.
Name a fourth one.
Right? No.
Yeah. Name 7, Austin.
Yeah. Right.
Right. Name all Pixar movies in order of release date. Go.
Yeah.
Toy Story.
Bugs Life, Toy Story 2, Monsters Inc., Finding Nemo.
Yeah.
Oh, anyway,
see, but after like 2007, it gets very muddled because they started just releasing one every year.
So we try not to have a 5-hour show, Jacob.
Well, we're not. We're actually moving faster than some of our other shows, to be honest. Pacing wise.
It's Friday night, and I don't have to go anywhere tomorrow. So
I do.
I don't.
Have to dip out early.
You know what? I don't know why I feel this way, but I don't anticipate a lot of animation coming up, and I could be wrong.
I think you're right.
So just to show a little animation love, I will give my vote to Up, even though I think Inception is incredible. I think Up is incredible as well.
Yeah, this one's kind of tough for me because it's like both of these movies I really, really like, but I don't really love either one of these. Like they're almost there, but I just don't quite like love either one. I just think that like even Inception gets a little convoluted. I went and saw it on a date, and the date that was like thought it was the worst movie she'd ever seen because she didn't understand what was even happening.
And that's when you knew you had to break up with her, right?
Yeah. Well, we're no longer together, so yeah. But Up, like we were just voting on the first 10 minutes. It might be one of the best movies in this whole tournament. But the rest of it, it's just like kind of like you guys said, just like a run-of-the-mill Pixar movie, which isn't really a bad thing. So this one's tough, but probably just because I like the cast a little more and what they were trying to do in Inception, I'll vote for Inception. So,
just to be clear, Jacob, you voted for Up, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that makes it a tie, so I can put that mediocre shit out of here and put Inception through. Good. Sounds good.
Yep.
This
That
might
sounds
be
good.
this is probably considered a hot take, but as far as movies about going into someone's mind, I actually liked The Cell more.
Oh, God.
Yeah, you were right when you said
Sorry,
that was a
Steven.
hot take.
Yeah,
Yep.
that is a hot take.
A little bit of a hot take.
Yeah.
But
Just
did it
mention-
not?
The Cell, another movie not going to be shown in there.
Yeah.
Just like,
But-
Spoilers.
Moving
What,
on.
was it? Pez?
That's all I do.
Was Austin supposed to get the tiebreaker? I thought it was going to be. I thought it was Jacob. I thought you had the tiebreaker.
No,
I
I
didn't use it. He didn't use it. He
I
pulled it back when he
Oh,
realized
that's
he didn't have a
right,
tiebreaker. He pulled it back. So
Oh, good
Yeah.
one.
the next one,
Yeah.
the next one will be Jacob's tiebreaker. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fair enough. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
But as you can see,
right.
we got the nice guys going up against the wedding singer.
Fuck you.
This is easy.
You're gonna be saying that a lot, yeah. But
All right, Richie.
Richie, you're up first.
All right,
You-
one of my biggest omissions from my top 64, and I regret it, is The Nice Guys. It should have been up there. I've seen this 5 times. I've seen it 5 times already. I saw it twice, and when it came out today, I saw it, then the next day I went back and watched it because it's fantastic. I'm bummed it didn't make much money, but the chemistry between Ryan Gosling and Russell Crowe is fantastic. Just the comedy is great. Yeah. Like, are there whores in here and stuff? No, look, just you don't need to say stuff. Just say there's whores here.
yeah, right. Yeah. And
Like,
stuff.
Angourie Rice is really good. Like, shout out to Australian. She's really good. But yeah. Like, and Wedding Singer. I've talked about Wedding Singer 4. It's a great romantic comedy. Great chemistry. Sort of the battle of great chemistry. But because Nice Guys hasn't featured on the show much, I'm going to go Nice Guys.
Yeah. Well, Jordan, what do you think?
I mean, talk about some great chemistry, and I could be talking about either movie here, baby.
Mhm.
Because you got the awesome Crow and Gosling. Man, I still hope that there can be funding for like a sequel or a series because I want to see these two together more. But there's also a reason why we've gotten more Sandler and Barrymore pairings. We've gotten 2 more in kind of their pseudo almost like sequel because we wanted to see those 2 together as well. Each time diminishing returns. But this one is not a diminishing return. Wedding Singer, God, I love it. And I'll go with the logic of Sandler didn't make it before, so maybe we'll get some Sandler in now because there's not going to be too many more opportunities. So I'm going to go Wedding Singer.
Yeah. Well, Austin, what do you think?
Yeah, I do like The Wedding Singer, but as I've said before, I kind of forget that it exists. Like I just forget that it's like a movie from that. Like it kind of got smashed in between like Billy Madison and like The Water Boy and Big Daddy, and I forget it came out, so I haven't gone back to it a lot. But I'm going back to The Nice Guys a lot. And yeah, I mean, realistically, the reason why I was a little late getting into the stream is because I had to go interview the mermaids, guys. So I'll go for The Nice Guys.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Jacob, what do you think?
Adam Sandler might make it to the second round if you pick one of his good movies. I'm gonna go with The Nice Guys.
Ooh, shots fired. Right? No. But yeah, so just a little bit of a slight spoiler that I'm gonna be doing a redux of my list a few months down the road, not until the summertime. But The Nice Guys has made my revamped top 64 list because I freaking love this movie. This movie's great, and I've probably seen it 4 or 5 times, but I've probably seen The Wedding Singer even more. But at the same time, I mean, I just think The Nice Guys is just a much better movie. My favorite scene is when they were trying to ask that kid on his bike some question, and he's just talking about his big dick or something, just like okay, like WTF. Yeah, but yeah, both of these. Great chemistry, but yeah, I gotta go with The Nice Guys. So, Steven?
So these are both 2 not amazing, but 2 very solid, highly enjoyable movies. I think I would slightly prefer The Nice Guys though, so that's the one I'll go with.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it's going to be 5-1 for The Nice Guys.
Yeah, The Nice Guys it is.
Get Sandler out of here.
Yeah, right. But we have Zodiac up next, going up against Jacob's Ladder. Ooh, kind of like a similar vibe.
Well, if our guest of honor was somewhere, he's up first. I don't know where he went, but yeah. There he is. Hey, hey. We kind of need him because he's going first.
Yeah. So what do you?
I need to get some alcohol. This game makes me want to drink.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you're up first, sir, for Zodiac versus Jacob's
No,
Ladder.
I'm thinking about it, huh? I don't know if anyone ever talks about Jacob's Ladder. I feel like we all
I did.
kind of
On Malcolm's Rankum 90s. I did. I brought it up
Good.
for ranking, and everybody voted it down.
Enough love. It doesn't get enough love. It is a unique, so holds up. The effects too. It's practical. It's great. I love Zodiac. I'm gonna stick with my guy. I'm gonna go with Jacob's Ladder, just so that we can show some love to Jacob's Ladder.
Yeah, sounds good. Austin, what do you think?
Yeah, I rewatched Zodiac recently, and while it's really solid, when Henry and I ended up doing our rankings on Fincher, it ended up kind of in like the 7th or 8th place. I think it has a few problems, but yeah, Jacob's Ladder I watched twice since I saw it for the first time, really about a year ago, and I really like Jacob's Ladder a lot. I think it's really underrated, so I'll go Jacob's Ladder.
Yeah. Well, Jacob, are you going to vote for your ladder, or are you going to go for the other one?
I only have a step ladder. I never knew my real ladder.
Yeah.
Whack, whack, whack.
Yeah.
Waka,
waka, waka.
Oh, you've seen the prequel, Jacob's Step Ladder.
Yeah.
How was that the prequel and not the? Never mind.
The spin-off.
No, the porn spinoff is about the step ladder and the step son.
What do you do in step ladder?
Yeah.
All right, Jacob, what you voting for?
Surprise step ladder. Anyway, I'm gonna go with the movie that I have seen because I think the movie is fantastic and I really like the cast. I'm gonna go with Zodiac.
See the movie of your namesake. Come on.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Well, I have seen both of these movies, and I love Zodiac. But when I saw it at Jacob's Ladder, for whatever reason, I didn't get it. I don't really understand it. I actually didn't even really like it. I thought that it was just kind of weird and pretentious a little bit. Like it just really wasn't for me. But Zodiac definitely is. So I got to vote for Zodiac.
That's why it's on my list, because I'm weird and pretentious.
Yes. No, you're good. But Steven?
I was waiting for someone to disagree with me, you fucker.
Oh,
No, you? Not at all.
No, you're not.
Yeah, that's Steven.
Yes,
So yeah, I haven't seen Jacob's Ladder, so I'll go with Zodiac.
Yeah, sounds good.
So if you see it, can you send it back, please? I need it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Steven Sheppard, the most logical one here. Like, you won't vote for the ones you haven't seen, which is a good thing. That not everyone does that. Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway,
I mean, if the movie that I have seen I hate, then maybe I will vote for something I haven't seen.
Okay. Nice.
Billy Madison.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, if you think like Jacob's Ladder is pretentious, there's another one that like I definitely know will be on this list that people might call pretentious, but yeah. Anyway, we'll get to that.
Yeah.
Whoa, what, Richie? What are you referring to?
No spoilers.
There's nothing.
But like, yeah, I haven't actually. I wanted to get around to Jacob's Ladder, but I haven't yet. But yeah, I really like Tim Robbins as an actor. I think he's underrated. He doesn't get enough credit. But yeah, Zodiac's great. So I'll go Zodiac.
All right.
4-2 for Zodiac.
For Zodiac it is. All right. Moving on, we got The Empire Strikes Back going up against Glengarry Glen Ross. All right.
Weird matchup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Austin.
I'm up first. Yeah. I saw Glengarry Glen Ross for the first time recently for the One Crazy Nights tournament, and it didn't really blow me away. I thought the one scene with Alec Baldwin kind of doing his confrontation, in the office was really good, and I started getting into it, and the rest of it kind of didn't hit as much for me. I mean, maybe I'll go back to it someday, but yeah, Empire is an all-timer. So, and to me, Glengarry doesn't even come close. Just me personally, but Empire.
Yeah. Well, Jacob.
Yeah, one of these movies has crept up very high on my list. The other is Glengarry Glen Ross, which I have not seen. So another easy vote this time. I'm going to vote for the movie that I have seen because I think it's fantastic and one of the best. I'm going to go with Empire.
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, I have not seen Glengarry and Glen Ross. It's one that I tried to squeeze in. I just didn't have enough time this week, so I got to vote for Empire Strikes Back, which is not my favorite of the original trilogy. It's actually my third, but we'll leave it at that. Steven?
So yeah, Empire Strikes Back is not my favorite Star Wars movie, but it is great. But I do the Alec Baldwin monologue in high school from Glengarry Glen Ross. I think it's a great movie, fantastic, great dialogue. I'll go with Glengarry Glen Ross.
I want to see you perform the monologue, Steven. Come on. All right.
We don't have time for that.
Do you remember?
It's a long
Yeah,
one.
right. But Richie, what do you think?
I'm yet to see Glengarry Glen Ross. I'll get around to it eventually, hopefully. Empire Strikes Back is one of the best Star Wars movies, one of the best movies ever made. So yes, Empire. Sure.
Yeah. Well, Jordan, what do you think?
I mean, first of all, guys, get to Glengarry Glen Ross. I disagree with Pez. The opening monologue by Baldwin is fantastic, but there's some great juicy moments in it later on. In fact, the Baldwin monologue was added for the movie. It's based on a play that's everyone's killing in this. Jack Lemmon, Kevin, name redacted, Pacino, everyone else. But yeah, as much as I really like Glengarry, the rural juror Glengarry Glen Ross, got to go with Empire Strikes Back. To me, it's the best Star Wars out there.
He's been drinking, guys.
Hey, I just started with this. Surely,
yeah.
go for Star Trek. My vote.
Yeah, yeah.
I love
Star Trek Strikes Back. Yeah.
Khan Strikes Back.
Yeah.
Nah.
The Wrath of the Last Jedi.
Yeah.
Jacob West. That's actually kind of a hot take.
Yeah.
He's asking me what is my favorite Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
Episode 1, is that it? Or is it like
it is a prequel, but it's not.
Is it the clone? Is it that Clone Wars movie that was like an extended TV episode?
No, I mean, it's the one that everyone agrees is the best of the prequels trilogy, but I think it's probably also my favorite Star Wars because I like how dark it is.
Attack of the
Clones.
But next we got Some Like It Hot.
Yes.
Okay.
Going up again. Speaking of Star Trek First
Hey.
Yeah.
All right,
Jacob up first.
Surprisingly, I've seen both of these movies.
Wow.
Yes.
And so, wow, this is a very interesting matchup.
Yeah.
I'm just going to go with that. If these were both in front of me, which one would I rather watch right now? And right now, I'd rather watch Some Like It Hot. So I'm going to give my vote to Some Like It Hot.
Yeah. Well, I'm a massive Star Trek: The Next Generation fan. I've been really excited to hopefully, if I can find time this weekend to go watch the next season of Picard just to see more of him. But
just one episode.
Just one episode at a time. Well, that'll be a little easier to watch to fit it in there. but I have seen Some Like It Hot, and it's pretty good. Like I think that it's pretty funny, and you have Marilyn Monroe, like one of the most gorgeous people to ever exist. So, but I'm more of a Star Trek fan, so I got to vote First Contact. I do think that it's the best TNG movie that they made. So, yeah. But Steven?
Yeah, Star Trek First Contact was in my personal top 64. I love the Borg was always my favorite. Not just my favorite villain from the show, but one of my favorite villains of any TV shows. And so, is anyone else hearing an echo?
Yeah, I did.
I'm hearing a slight echo.
Yeah.
So I'll go with Star Trek First Contact. almost tied as my favorite Star Trek movie. It's in second place, but it's very neck and neck, and I absolutely love it. So yeah.
Yeah, sounds good.
Mhm.
Richie? What do you think?
Yeah, well, I acknowledge that Star Trek First Contact is probably the better Next Generation movie. I'm just not like a massive Next Generation guy. So like it's I like Patrick Stewart's Picard, and all that, but it's never hit me. But something like it's a great movie. So yeah, I'll go there.
Yeah. Well, Jordan?
Once again, I say this with no offense. Richie, you're so wrong. No, I'm just playing. But I do love The Next Generation. There's a time where I think I was more of a Star Trek guy than a Star Wars guy between the TV show and this movie, man. I loved it. I collected the figures. They're here somewhere in the other room. As much as I love Some Like It Hot, I was so happy my mom showed me this movie early on. I'm a man. Well, nobody's perfect. One of the greatest final moments in a movie. And again, just back to back, Jack Lemmon's fucking killing it. I love that dude. One of the greatest actors of all time, in my opinion. But I will go with just my heart nostalgia. First Contact.
Yeah. Austin.
Yeah, I've seen both. Some Like It Hot I saw in the theater, actually, on a repertory screening, so that was a cool way to see it for the first time. I had a lot of fun with it. But yeah,
72.
but I'm a big TNG guy. I grew up in Next Generation, and First Contact's my favorite Star Trek movie. I think it's the closest thing we ever had to like a Star Trek horror movie too. Like there's a lot of kind of sequences in that movie kind of play like a horror movie. So and they're a lot of fun. So I'm gonna go First Contact.
Yeah. Well, First Contact.
And with that, 4-2 for First Contact. Yep.
Yeah. All right. So moving on.
Well,
we
Jacob,
got Wayne's World.
nobody's perfect.
Yep.
Clearly.
Going up against Big Fish.
Oh.
All right.
I abstain.
All right.
All right, Jordan Anderson, you are first. Yep.
This one's kind of tough for me because I do really like both these movies, but there's one of these movies that I love, and it's the most probably one of the most rewatchable movies I've ever seen. One of the most quotable. I gotta go with Wayne's World for sure. Yeah. If you have to spew in this. Yeah. But yeah, Steven?
I mean, it's been a while since I've seen Wayne's World, but I did enjoy it a lot. I can't tell you how many times I've probably said "excuse me" instead of "excuse me."
Yeah. Squeeze me. Baking powder.
Big Fish is one of my favorite Tim Burton movies. I'll probably go with that.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, this is a bit easier for me. I think Big Fish is fine. It's a good movie, but what Wayne's World is like one of the better, best SNL movies ever made, behind Blue Dog Brothers, in my opinion. So I will go Wayne's World. Party Time Excellent.
Yeah. Jordan.
This show continues to prove that Richie and Pez need a podcast, and me and Steven got to hook up for a podcast. As much as I obviously love me some Wayne's World, I want to vote. Well, I tried doing a podcast with you, Jacob. That didn't work out. As much as I love Wayne's World, I got to vote for Big Fish, man. I think it is my favorite Tim Burton movie. I think it's beautiful. It's unique. The ending, just thinking about it, I love. I got to go Big Fish. I got to listen to my heart.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm saying that. I have no idea why.
I don't think you need to use the word unique to describe a Tim Burton movie. You can just say it's a Tim Burton movie.
Yeah, right.
But a good one, though. Sometimes he's unique's not good.
That is
Charlie in the Chocolate Factory.
pretty sure that
really-
Mars Attacks I wasn't a fan of.
I'm pretty sure that when you look in the dictionary under
But no,
unique, there'll be a picture of Tim Burton there. So, but Austin.
No,
I think the way things are going, I'll be the first one out of us to have a podcast with everybody and doing one 7 days a week. So everybody's sick of me. But that's fine.
Pez and Friends this week.
Yep. Yeah, I know. Pez and everybody. I Big Fish is all right. I've only seen it once. I need to go back to it. I haven't been back to it lately. I'm not over the moon about Wayne's World either, honestly, but I'll watch it over Big Fish. So I'll go Wayne's World.
Yeah. Jacob?
Listen to your heart.
Yeah, I enjoy both of these movies. I haven't seen Wayne's World in a while. I've watched Big Fish recently.
Swing.
So I think I'm gonna do what I did last time. If these were both in front of me, which one would I rather watch? And right now, I think I'd rather rewatch Wayne's World. So
Yeah.
I'll go with Wayne's
All
World.
this just turned into a ballroom blitz.
Party time. Because if you made the wrong decision, I was going to say, as Sphincter says what, but.
And now the Scooby-Doo ending.
Yeah, right? Yeah. It's Wayne's World, right?
All right, it was 4-2 for Wayne's World. Yep.
Breaks my heart,
All
and then
right.
yet also grows my heart. I don't know how that works.
Yeah, right. But we have Fight Club up next, going up against the original Iron Man.
Oh, Iron Man, the movie that upset Avengers Endgame on Tuesday night in the first round. Huh?
Yeah,
Iron
right.
Man.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, sure did.
Yeah, so Steven first.
Yeah, Steven.
Okay, Justice for Endgame, Fight Club.
Yeah, right.
I would have voted for Fight Club even if Endgame went, because I think Fight Club is, even though I think Iron Man is really good, Fight Club is the better movie of the two.
Yeah. Oh, Richie?
Yeah, Iron Man's great, and it's great. It showed how like John Favreau, it was one of the most important Marvel movies. Showed that they wrote Downey Jr. still got it, and John Favreau can direct the fuck out of a film. But I am gonna go Fight Club. I think this movie's fantastic, and it's more rewatchability for me. So Fight Club.
Yeah, sounds good. Jordan?
Ask me tomorrow, I could have a different answer. Right now, though, maybe just because of the way it's going so far in voting, I want to throw some love to Iron Man. I think maybe the greatest origin story we've got, really helped build up that character that we followed and cared about for many years to come. So I'll go Iron Man.
Yeah. Austin?
Yeah, these are both great. Fight Club, man, just gets better and better every time I watch it. It kind of ages like wine. It's really, really good, and I pick up something new every time I watch it and a new perspective. Yeah, much love to Iron Man. I voted for it against Endgame actually the other night, so I gave some love to it there. But I'll go Fight Club this time.
Yeah. Jacob?
I'm gonna. Yeah, I voted against Endgame as well, and I'm gonna vote against Fight Club here. I think Iron Man is great. I think it kicked off the MCU in a fantastic way, and I can't help but think what it would look like if Iron Man didn't succeed. So
Yeah, it's true.
I'm gonna keep showing love to Iron Man. I think it's great. I love Fight Club. I do, but I'm gonna give my vote to Iron Man here.
There's definitely a what if. They should do a Disney what if on what if Iron Man had bombed. Yeah. I mean, like, Incredible Hulk would have still come out that same summer because it had already been made. But like, if both those movies had just tanked, like, we wouldn't. The layout of movies in general over the next 15 years would have been completely different.
Probably that post-credit scene altogether.
All they need to do is just ask Universal about their monster universe.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Well,
all right.
For me, this one's a bit of a coin flip. Like I love both these movies. I think they're both great, super solid. I think it might be more of a recency bias because I actually saw Fight Club for the first time maybe like 3 or 4 months ago, and I was blown away. Like after all these years, nobody ever spoiled the twist for me. I actually didn't even see the twist coming, so that was actually cool to not have that spoiled. So yeah. I think that I'm going to go with Fight Club.
All right. Well, Fight Club's going to take it 4-2.
Yeah. Add 2 because wasn't Fight Club based on a book?
Yeah, it's
what's
his name? Yeah, Chuck Palahniuk. Chuck Palahniuk.
Yeah.
So it was kind of weird that nobody spoiled the twist.
I know, yeah, but
that's because Fight Club was the one. That's because Fight Club was the one that actually bombed. Because Fight Club did bomb in the theaters, and it didn't really find an audience till video later. Yeah,
interesting.
I go to movies to watch, not read.
But up next, we got Hacksaw Ridge going up against the Truman Show.
Hey.
All right. So Richie first.
Richie.
Jacob's out.
Right. Yeah.
So it's easier because I I haven't seen Hacksaw Ridge yet. Obviously Truman Show comes up in here a lot, but there's a good reason for it. It's showed that Jim Carrey can as well as comedy, he's really good at the drama side of things, and it's a fantastic movie. So I'll go Truman Show.
Yeah. Jordan?
For once, I suppose I'll agree with Richie. I have seen Hacksaw Ridge, and I do love it. But I don't know, man. I just kind of go with where I rely more. I think Truman Show, just as an ending. I'm a big fan of if that ending can really encapsulate you, and it has such a great ending. It's a great tale too, one that's very kind of prophetic as far as where we're going with reality television and everything, and it really blends nicely, humor and drama and the way it's shot, and they shot it a certain way to make it look like a reality show, of course. And yeah, I gotta go Truman Show, man. My boy Jim Carrey gotta go through for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Austin, what do you think?
Yeah, it's funny. Truman Show has come up a lot between myself and Jacob over the last, couple of months or so. But for a good reason. The more and more I see this movie, and I've probably watched it 3 times over the last year, and I had no problem doing so. The more I think, not only is it one of Jim Carrey's greatest, I think it's one of the greatest movies of all time. Period. I'm starting to think that it's just one of the greatest movies ever made. It's just so good in the way it's constructed. So it's almost a perfect movie. So I'll go with Truman Show.
Yeah. Jacob?
I hate that these two movies are going up against each other. I hate it. I hate the randomizer. Screw you.
Right?
If Hacksaw Ridge was going up against almost any other movie that was on at least this side of the bracket, I would be giving it a vote. But because it's going up against the Truman Show, and I love that movie so much, going with the Truman Show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. This one's tough because I'm still a line from Austin that the Truman Show ages like a fine wine. Like it just gets better with every viewing.
Age like milk.
Yeah. And Hacksaw Ridge, though, that movie really blew me away. Just the 10-second version of the story, because I've already said it before here. But the first time I saw Hacksaw Ridge, I fell asleep and I missed the second half of the movie because it's really, really late. And then I went back and rewatched. I'm like, holy!
You mean the half with all the gunshots and explosions that should have woken you up?
I'm a very heavy sleeper. There's a joke that my family has. If the roof was torn off of our house and there's a tornado, I'd still sleep through it. So, but yeah, Hacksaw Ridge just blew me away. The Truman Show didn't absolutely blow me away on the first viewing, but the more that I see it, it has gotten better and better, I think. But I got to go with Hacksaw Ridge just because, I was just floored when I first saw it. So say what you want about Mel Gibson, but he directed the hell out of this thing. So yeah, Steven?
Yeah, I thought Hacksaw Ridge was all right, but I actually thought it was a little corny at times, definitely heavy-handed, overly glossy at times.
All right, I'm canceling our podcast, Steven.
Yeah. All right.
Good, you really have time for ours.
I'll say that Andrew Garfield's good in it, but it's to me it was just okay. It's definitely not as good as Braveheart, and as far as the other movies that Mel Gibson's directed, Truman Show was not only in my top 64, but it won.
That's right. It won.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, about that.
Yeah. So I will go with the Truman Show.
Yeah. Well, Richie?
That's it. Richie started first. Yeah.
All right. All right. So first,
twice.
Good.
Twice.
Yeah, right. On track. Yeah.
But
it is the Truman Show. Moving on. All right. We'll see if it wins another person's top 64. We'll see.
It's on a tough side.
Yeah. But the wrestler up next. Get out.
Oh.
Man.
All right, Mr. Owens, you got to vote first on this one.
No shit, it's me.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it is.
damn it! All right, Cat,
Yeah.
get off me. I gotta think about this.
Might be the
Oh
hardest one so
boy,
far.
let me talk this through, man. I was really hoping not to go first on this
Yeah.
one. I mean, obviously, you know, I've been involved in wrestling for over 12 years now. I just making that powerful comeback performance here. Beautiful, heartbreaking. Get Out though was such a revelation too. Big Jordan Peele fan. Just hearing him talk about it, I had hopes for the movie before it even came out, and was so happy to see how good it was. Just because I've devoted probably more than of my life than I should to it, I'll go to The Wrestler.
Yeah. Sounds good. Well, Austin?
I'll do the same thing. I'll vote for The Wrestler because it's a big part of my life, and it was kind of cool to see it on the big screen. I do have a story. If anybody wants to hear it, yeah. I do have a story about seeing The Wrestler in the theater. There was a guy next to me in the theater, kind of ruined my experience, who was eating shelled peanuts. Like he was at a baseball game in the theater and like chucking them on the floor every time he was done with one. So every like 5 seconds I was hearing a clicking like of him throwing them on the floor like he was at a fucking baseball game. It was annoying
happened
as
to
shit.
me at the new Halloween.
Yeah, like who the fuck is eating shelled peanuts?
Oh my god, yeah.
Maybe it was the same guy.
Yeah.
Well, someone used to be an usher in a movie theater. That stuff
it is Florida. Maybe he went upstate. Yeah,
that's horrible.
It's fucking infuriating when you have to go clean that shit up after someone does that.
Yeah.
And honestly, that was half of my idea too. It was like, not only are you a dick to me, you're a dick to the crew because he totally left.
That's everybody. Yeah, that totally. Yeah. So I'll vote for The Wrestler. But yeah, that was my little story about seeing The Wrestler in the theater.
And also, fuck you if you're a shitty theater goer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck you.
We just lost half the viewers. What?
Yeah, right.
Don't be shitty. It's a very easy fix. Don't be shitty.
Well, Jacob, what do you think?
First of all, Jordan put that on a t-shirt. Second of all, I'm going to also go with The Wrestler. I think Get Out was fantastic. And maybe if I had rewatched it as many times as I've rewatched The Wrestler, my vote might be different. But I've seen The Wrestler at least a dozen times, and it's great every single time. It never gets old. So I'm going to go with The Wrestler.
Yeah.
Randy the Ram gets old, but that's it.
Yeah.
I still want you to hate me.
Yeah. Well, yeah, this one's like neck and neck for me. These are both great movies. But maybe like if I'm being super nitpicky, maybe Get Out doesn't entertain me the entire time. There may be little moments that don't as much as The Wrestler, but The Wrestler is like almost like a masterpiece of a movie from start to finish. So I gotta go with The Wrestler here. Yeah, it's great. So Steven?
So I can't say that Mickey Rourke was robbed of an Oscar because I have not seen Milk.
Oh, okay, he was good.
It comes in white or chocolate. You can find it at the store. It comes in half gallons. It even comes in little bottles.
Don't be overlooking strawberry.
Yeah. I love strawberry milk.
Yep.
Yeah, my niece's favorite.
Get Out.
Got Milk out the new Milk podcast by
right. Yeah.
Peasant friends discuss milk. All right, Steven, sorry.
Sorry.
No, I mean, like, Get Out is great social commentary and a decent horror movie mixed together. But I like The Wrestler a lot more, for sure. I'll go with The Wrestler.
Yeah, sounds good. Richie?
Yeah, it's almost hard to believe this is probably going to be a shutout. But I like Get Out will go down as a classic horror film. It's a great accomplishment, and yeah, it's a fantastic movie. But I've been a wrestling fan since I was like 8 years old, and I've been around the industry doing various things. So I have, it hits hard. So I'm going to go The Wrestler.
Yeah. Well, The Wrestler might be a heavy favorite with this panel, so we'll see. That might not be a heavy favorite with all panels, but this one for sure. So, but moving on to the next, we have the Avengers going up against Con Air, and I believe they're supposed to be Austin. I don't know if you're.
I'm here.
There.
I'm here. I'm mobile right now, but I can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm so happy Jordan Owens has Con Air on here because I remember I think it was on some list we put together, and I think we willed it into the into the Elite Eight at one point. So yeah, as much as I love the Avengers, I absolutely adore Con Air, so I'm going to go Con Air.
Sure, yeah. Jacob, what do you think?
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure Con Air won whatever episode you're talking about. So
Yeah, one of the episodes, yeah. So
yeah, but I'm gonna go with the rewatchability, and while Con Air is fantastic, I think for me personally, the more rewatchable is the Avengers.
yeah, for me, I love Con Air, and especially love a Nick Cage, especially when it's crazy Nick Cage. The crazier Nick Cage is, the more that I love the guy. But the Avengers, which is something that I waited for a long time, and when it was finally announced, was before they had movie. Before I started watching very many movie trailers online, I remember walking to the theater and seeing a poster for it, and just kind of like having like a fanboy moment, just kind of freaking out a little bit. Like they're actually doing it. They're doing an Avengers movie in a shared universe. That's amazing. So I got to go with Avengers. So, Steven?
Yeah, I've said this a lot of times before when talking about Con Air. I enjoy it a lot. I think it's a very, very enjoyable movie. But of the 3 action movies that Nicolas Cage did in that 2-year period between Con Air, Face Off, and The Rock, I would actually rank that Con Air in 3rd place.
Boo!
Man,
It's better than Face Off.
That's funny because The Rock has now
Face
done a
Off.
song called Face Off. Anyway,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But even though I do love Malkovich and pretty much anything he does. But yeah, I'm definitely got to go with the Avengers.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Richie? I mean, the Avengers was fun. And it was a great, like cinematic like event, if you will. Like seeing all these both characters, band together, and it's a great film. But Con Air, also just a fun fact. Nicolas Cage was meant to be in The Wrestler. I think I've mentioned that before. But yeah, he was meant to be Mickey Rourke's character. But Con Air is just so unapologetically dumb, but it's fun. It's a dumb movie, but a fun dumb movie. And John Malkovich is fucking he's great in this movie. Yeah, and they're all great. But Con Air for sure.
Yeah. Well, Jordan?
Fun fact: when they thought Nicolas Cage was going to be in The Wrestler, his top rope maneuver was going to be the bees. True story. Don't look it up though. Con Air is so much fun. It's rewatchable. What a game cast here. Cusack's never been more of a badass. Malkovich has never been more entertaining. And then you got just the right amount of Steve Buscemi's weird but maybe likable. Ving Rhames, Danny Trejo, even Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
But man, that first experience of seeing Avengers on the screen, Marvel got to it before DC, of seeing all those heroes together. They did the right thing of building them up too, so you really kind of cared about everyone already. That director guy that people used to like now hate, man, I thought he was gonna be good.
Yeah.
So I gotta go Avengers.
Yeah.
All right.
It was good for one movie. That's about all. So Avengers
All right. Avengers moves on. Yep.
Yeah. So up next, that'll be the end of that side. All right, cool.
All right, we made it. Cool.
Yeah.
Not too bad. We're not doing bad on time. Excellent. Let's keep it up. Keep it up. We'll make it a good time. All right.
Yeah. So we got the Lion King going up against the Joker.
What's this bullshit? I hate your list. Okay?
They're all tough.
Well, you like my list? That's the problem.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
all right, Jacob.
I was wrong about Up being the only animated movie because he has my favorite animated movie of all time on the list. Well, I think.
Oh, is this the animated one? Oh, I meant this to be the new one. I'm just kidding.
Oh,
yeah, right.
I'm just kidding.
Well, in that case, Jordan.
I know. Shut up, Steven. That was a joke. I didn't even think it through.
You know what else is a joke? The remake. Anyway.
Yeah.
Not that bad.
No, I really enjoyed
Joker.
Joker. I think Joaquin Phoenix gives an outstanding performance. Oscar well deserved. But The Lion King is my childhood. I've watched it, I don't know how many times. And it's actually just recently moved up my list as well. I love it. I adore it. And I will probably watch it however many times I've already seen it. I will probably watch it at least that many more. So The Lion King, like this has been the easiest vote so far.
Yep. Ma Savagna Babavichu or whatever the lyrics are. Yeah. Lion King has my favorite single Disney song of all time, even though it's in mostly Swahili. But yeah, The Lion King's great though, and the Joker is a great performance. But I think that I mean the movie's still great, but I just think that The Lion King is just a better overall movie from beginning to end. It's just, and yeah, like it's kind of like Jacob. It's a big part of my childhood. So I actually was Zazu in a play once. One of the only plays I've ever been in. So yeah, I'm gonna go with The Lion King.
Did you get pounced on?
No, fortunately I did not. So, but Steven?
Yeah, I have to admit, I'm not the biggest animated person. More often than not always, but more often than not, I will choose a good live action movie over a great animated movie, even if I think the animated movie is better. But not in this case. I will definitely go with The Lion King. I think Joker's all right, but I think it's funny. It gets too much hate from some people, but it also gets too much love from other people. I think it's a good movie, but not a great movie.
Yeah. Well, this comment here just made me laugh. Sorry, this is after my turn. Jacob West. Yeah. Anyways, but Richie.
We were prepared for a love fest, Stephen, because Joker's amazing. I love this movie.
Here we go.
Sort of like a more sort of grittier, but in a lot of ways, a grittier version of the King of Comedy. There's a little, but yeah, it's fantastic, and yeah, it's kind of a sad indictment on how society treats mental illness. But yeah, like Joaquin Phoenix is fantastic in this movie, and he also had big sort of shoes filled with Heath Ledger being one of the best portrayals ever of any character ever. So but Lion King is the first movie I ever saw in a theater, and I hold a special place in my heart. I'll go Joker, but if Lion King goes through, that's fine.
Yeah. Would you go, Jordan? I forget. Did you vote?
I haven't gone.
Okay. All right.
So I'm about to tell you. No, hey, as people have said, Lion King, that is my childhood right there. Big ol' VHS rewatch, if you will. But we all grow up, and sometimes we go a little mad. And I gotta go for Joker. I think this thing is super rewatchable. It was one of the rare times where I saw it in the theater and I wanted to immediately go back. And I don't normally do that. I usually like space, but I think there's a lot of nuance in this performance. I think it's a great, interesting take. I gotta go Joker.
Yeah. Austin, did you vote?
I'm gonna upset Jacob Barber on this one, but as much as I like The Lion King, it's not my favorite of the Disney movies. As we found out, the Battleground, Beauty and the Beast is my favorite, and I adore Joker. I think Joker is one of the best movies of the last 10 years. I think it's extremely well done. Not just great performances. I think it just gets better every time I watch it. Same thing. I saw it 3 times in the theater.
Yeah.
I'm also going to vote Joker. So maybe a bit of an upset, but
yeah,
I think Joker had the comeback here 4-2.
Yeah.
It does
2 really solid movies. It's tough.
It does make me think maybe I should go back and rewatch it. Maybe I like it more on
I think it's a rewatchable movie too. I really do.
I think it's it's a gorgeous movie. My 4K is fucking beautiful. Like the cinematography of that movie is outstanding. Yeah.
I don't usually go back and rewatch movies, but yeah, I did see Joker.
And then when he popped up in the new Matt Reeves one, oh shit.
No. Spoilers. We've seen it tomorrow.
Oh man.
No.
But we have Happy Gilmore here going up against Stranger Than Fiction.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Who's first?
You're first, Jordan.
Me? Okay. So I really like Stranger Than Fiction. I think that it's probably one of the better Will Ferrell movies to come out. It's kind of like a lot more subdued Will Ferrell, but he's still funny in it. It's still a fun time. I love the whole thing about like his life being suddenly narrated and he can hear it. Like I think that's kind of a cool concept. But Happy Gilmore is like I'm a huge fan of early Adam Sandler. Like I just love like pretty much everything up to like Waterboy, even Big Daddy to some extent. But so yeah, Happy Gilmore's up there for me. So I got to go Happy Gilmore for sure. So Steven?
So I like Happy Gilmore, but I love Stranger Than Fiction. So I will go with Stranger Than Fiction.
Yeah. Richie?
Yeah, Stranger Than Fiction is very I feel like it's still underrated, and it's one of the like Will Ferrell's best performances. And I wish like it showed that he could probably do like drama if he wanted to, but like I wish he would kind of maybe go that route. But yeah, because it's fantastic. But yeah, like again, Happy Gilmore sort of like a sort of nostalgic childhood sort of. I've seen it so many times. I will go Happy Gilmore, but I'm glad we got to talk about Stranger Than Fiction.
Yeah, sounds good. Jordan?
This one sounds pretty even for me to a degree, but as much as I love Happy Gilmore, I just recently tried debating that if there was a Sandler sequel, I think this could actually be a good one for a sequel. I gotta go with Little Did He Know he was gonna vote for Stranger Than Fiction. I gotta go Stranger Than Fiction. I really love the setup here. I like when Farrell kind of goes off the beating path, kind of like when Sandler does as well. I think he does great in this here too, and so I gotta go Stranger Than Fiction.
Yeah, sounds good. Austin?
Yeah, I enjoy Stranger Than Fiction as well a lot. I think more people should see it if they haven't. Will is great in it. Maggie Gyllenhaal's really great in it too. But like, I've seen it maybe 3 or 4 times. But like Happy Gilmore, I've had on VHS like ever since I was a kid, and like that movie is just. It's still, you could argue, Adam Sandler's funniest and best comedy, and I think Shooter McGavin is one of the great comedy villains of all time. Like I think he's incredible.
If you go to
and
Cameo,
the fact that
that's what he's listed under.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Christopher McDonald actually has both a Twitter and a cameo as Shooter McGavin. Like it's pretty fantastic. So yeah, the fact that he's leaned into it and embraces it is cool too. So I got to go Happy Gilmore.
And also he eats pieces of shit for breakfast and nobody cares. So I mean, it's still a great movie, right? Yeah. So Jacob.
Well, I wouldn't say it's a great movie, but I'm just gonna keep voting against Adam Sandler because I'm gonna go Stranger Than Fiction. I think it's great. I think it's one of Will Ferrell's best. And yeah, I'd rewatch that 9 times out of 10, 10 times out of 10 over Happy Gilmore.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, and you'll get a chance to put it through because it's your tiebreaker is finally here, Jacob. After a long stretch of no ties, it's finally here. So
easiest tiebreaker ever. Stranger Than Fiction. Moving on.
I hate you. I mean,
good movie.
So, made the right choice, Jacob, for once in your life.
Right choice. But we have 1917 going up into Toy Story 3. Oh, what?
Okay.
Hang on. There we go. Yeah. So I believe it's Steven. Right?
Steven.
I'm glad I used my tiebreaker.
Yeah. It's gonna be on me if we have one.
Toy Story 3 is another great anime. I love all the Toy Story movies. But I'm going to go with 1917, which, is just great cinematography, how it looks like it's a continuous shot for most of the movie. And not my favorite Sam Mendes movie, but it's definitely one of his best. So I'll go with 1917.
Yeah. Richie, what do you think?
Yeah, I haven't seen 1917. I need to get around to that. But yeah, like Toy Story 3, it caps off one of the best trilogies of all time. I think that the emotion, the fourth one, fine. It's fine. Fine but unnecessary. But like the third one just is so just emotional. It's entertaining, but also just it's just it grips you emotionally. Like when they're about to, looks like they're about to be incinerated. Like I cried in the theater so much to the piss taking, and they got a lot of piss taking from friends at the time. But you know what? I don't care. I'll own it. Like, men can cry. But yeah, Toy Story 3.
Yeah, sounds good. Jordan?
Oh boy, I love Toy Story 3. I think it's my favorite. I think it's the best villain. I think it's maybe the funniest of the bunch. But man, 1917 really took me by surprise. I was a little slow to the party, and Dutch, who I do a podcast with, really kind of hyped it up for me. Got Oscar nominated. I said, all right, I'll check it out. And it is a beautiful experience. It is a beautiful movie to look at. It's a great theater experience as well. Watch it in one viewing. It's not one you want to break up in. You want to just go for the ride of, I went about one crazy day. There's a crazy moment for this guy here.
Yeah.
In 1917.
Yeah, right.
So yeah, I got to go with 1917 personally.
Yeah, sounds good. Austin, what do you think?
Yeah, I really like 1917. I haven't gone back to it since I saw it in the theater. I probably should. But yeah, I did have a great time in the theater watching it. It was definitely a great theater experience. Yeah, I think this one, I'll go Toy Story 3. It's probably my second favorite. I think Toy Story 2 is still my favorite, the most rewatchable for me. But yeah, I still think Toy Story 3 is great, and I gotta love a Toy Story movie that references Cool Hand Luke, one of my top 64. So I'll go with Toy Story 3.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Well, Jacob, what do you think?
Yeah, Toy Story is one of those franchises where anyone can say, "Oh yeah, 1's my favorite" or 2's my favorite,
and you're not really wrong, except for 4.
Yeah,
then you're wrong.
Yeah,
Yeah, right. You say 4.
I think it's
I love 4.
But regardless,
Malcolm's, yeah.
despite my love for Toy Story 3, I'm gonna go with 1917 just for like the technical achievements alone. I think 1917 is fantastic. I'll go with 1917.
Yeah, so both these movies are in my top 64. So I did to make a quick reference to my top 64 list to remind myself which one I had ranked higher, because like this one, oh man, like I love both of these, but I think 1917 it just ranked a little bit higher, maybe about 10 spots higher than I have Toy Story 3. So I think for that reason, I'm going to vote for it. But also because it's an incredible movie. The way that it's shot, just almost a continuous shot through the whole entire movie. A really powerful story. Like, it's just a really cool way to see World War I depicted. I thought that it was great. I went to the theater and saw this thing 3 times in theater. So it really blew me away. So, yeah, 1917.
All right. Well, 1917 is going to take it from Toy Story.
Yeah. 1917 it is. All right. We have Pulp Fiction, which shows up a lot here.
What is it?
Which is always a heavy favorite.
Private Ryan.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
All right, Richie.
Spielberg versus Tarantino.
All right, cool.
Yeah,
I like Saving Private Ryan. Fine. I think it's good. It's really good. But this is actually one of the more easier ones for me. I think Pulp Fiction is one of the best movies ever. It's still one of Quentin Tarantino's best films. I just think, and I came to it pretty late. I like when theaters started opening up back here, they started playing old movies. So I took the opportunity to watch Pulp Fiction, and yeah, I was blown away. I think everyone's fantastic in it. It's so entertaining. I know, like at one point that you were supposed to get like a spin-off between the
Vega Brothers.
Yeah, and I wish we kind of wish we had that, but it's all good. But Pulp Fiction is fantastic, so I'll go Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really would have liked to see that Michael Madsen Travolta Vega Brothers movie. That would have been pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
Like kind of a because it would have been like a prequel, because obviously Madsen dies in Reservoir, but yeah, that would have been cool.
And
I would have liked to have seen it.
Travolta.
And so does Travolta does too, but yeah, I mean, like that's why it had to be a prequel.
Spoilers,
obviously.
guys.
Yeah. I know. Spoilers for a 25, 30-year-old movie, whatever the hell it is.
Yeah.
This one is not easy. I think these are both kind of masterpieces. Again, maybe my answer would change tomorrow. I will agree though and go Pulp Fiction for the time being. I just think for originality, for the cast, everyone's so good, for predictability in the Tarantino film. I gotta go Pulp Fiction just by a hair.
Yeah, sounds good. Austin.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat as Richie on this one. I like Saving Private Ryan, but I've never been as high on it as some people are. I think again pretty much peaks after the first 20 minutes, and it never quite reaches the same height. Although that 20 minutes, if you judge it as just that 20 minutes, kind of like Up, like that first part is so good that it almost makes the movie a classic just based on that. But I think Pulp Fiction all over is great, start to finish. So I'll go Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, sounds good. Jacob?
Yeah, I was late to the party for both of these. Very, very late. Like
last week.
Last
Yeah.
year. Last year late. And I watched them pretty close together, I remember. And the one that stuck with me more, the one that I wanted to revisit more, was Saving Private Ryan. So that's the one that's going to get my vote.
All right.
Although I think both are masterpieces, and I think they're both. I hate that they're going up against each other because they could both be heavy favorites.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I'm in the same boat as you, Jacob. I was pretty late to the party to both of these. I saw Saving Private Ryan about maybe like 3 years ago, but I saw Pulp Fiction last year, and when I saw Saving Private Ryan, I thought that it was really, really good. I loved it. I had a really fun time. But when I watched Pulp Fiction, I feel like I was watching a master class on like how a film should be made from beginning to end. I just thought that it was a complete masterpiece. Like it's just so good. Just blew me away. Like the way that they kind of film things out of order and like the different like shots and the way that everything's done and like the writing, the dialogue, like everything is just like amazing. So I gotta go with Pulp Fiction. Yeah. Steven, did you vote?
Not yet.
Okay.
I agree that they are both masterpieces. I think Pulp Fiction is still Quentin Tarantino's best movie and will probably always be his best movie, especially if he's only got one more left in him, like he says. Hopefully he's wrong about that.
Yeah.
But I gotta go with Saving Private Ryan. It's in my top 20 of all time, and it's unless you count The Two Towers or something, that's probably like my favorite war movie of all time.
Yeah. Well, sounds good. I think it's Pulp Fiction by a little bit, right?
Still Pulp Fiction, yeah. Still Pulp Fiction.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's always a heavy favorite whenever it comes up on tournament fights.
Yeah, absolutely. But we have Brick next going up against X2. All right.
All right.
So,
all right. Mr. Owens is up first. Yep.
Gordon.
Man, this sucks because I really want to champion Brick. I don't even know if the majority's seen it yet. Rian Johnson, this is his first flick. Who they went on to do Looper and Knives Out and Last Jedi, which is also not as bad as people think it is. But man, X2 I think is one of the best comic book movies. X2.
Yeah. Don't sound too excited about it. But Austin?
No, I have seen Brick. I've only seen it once, but I have seen it. Yeah, and it is a really good Joseph Gordon-Levitt early movie, and early Rian Johnson. It's really solid. But yeah, if I had to choose between two, I choose X2 as well, just because I haven't gone back to Brick. So X2.
Yeah. Well, Jacob, what do you think?
X2 for no specific reason. No specific reason at all.
Sure.
What was wrong with
really
Brick, in your opinion?
That whole yep.
You haven't seen it?
I didn't say that.
Yeah, right. But so I actually watched Brick for the first time this morning. So it's one of the movies that I wanted to watch before we did this episode, and man, that was a really, really solid movie, like a really cool kind of murder mystery type of movie. And I'm a huge Joseph Gordon-Levitt fan, so I really want to vote for this. And X2 is one of my favorite movies. Well, my favorite comic book movies of all time. It might be either one or two as far as my favorite X-Men movies go. Well, you know what? I think this time I'm going to give some love to Brick. Yeah, well, we'll vote for Brick.
Who's got women chatting in the background?
Steven's family in the background that's making a lot of noise. Yeah.
It's definitely not me.
Yeah,
Didn't realize
that's Steven's people
Yeah.
Steven's eternal struggle to getting somebody to bed that we hear occasionally on tournament fights, trying to get a kid to bed.
Yeah, right.
So, yeah.
Well,
All right.
So, Steven, what do you think of Brick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we think of Brick.
Well, I don't know how many of you heard before the show started that I was talking about. I didn't say it was this movie, but I said it was the movie that Jordan had posted about. So that was this movie.
Yeah.
And that is, okay. I like the idea of transplanting a 1940s film noir mystery into a modern high school setting. I think that's kind of cool. But the whole thing to me comes off like a high school production of a 1940s film noir mystery. And I don't think any of the actors in this movie had sold on the dialogue. I didn't really find there to be much conviction in their delivery of the dialogue, and I just wasn't a fan. It's probably my least favorite Rian Johnson movie.
Less than Brothers Bloom.
Well, actually, I haven't seen that one.
Exactly.
Well, but I did want to say though that there's no way I can believe any of these guys are in high school. They all look way too old to be in high school, but it's still.
Well, do you believe Hugh Jackman has adamantium claws?
No.
Sometimes you gotta go with things, baby.
Yes, I absolutely believe it. Yes, adamantium claws in real life. Damn it.
So yeah, X2 is my vote, obviously.
Yeah.
It's funny if you're like, and I vote for Brick.
I just like in the space of like half an hour, like Jordan's gone from wanting to do a podcast with Steven to doing a podcast exclusively called I Hate Steven.
Yeah.
And,
It's starting, man. Steven started out
God.
as friends and he betrayed me.
Look, X2 is great, and I think it gets a little love and rightfully deserved. But just because like Brick is very underrated, and I think it needs some love. Yeah, it is. It's sort of like undiscovered sort of gem. But I'll go Brick.
Yeah, sounds good. Austin.
All right. No, I mean,
okay.
Yeah, I voted already.
All right.
So X2 is going through.
X2. All
X2 is going through.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. So then up next we got the Prestige. Up against Tommy Boy. Okay. Yeah. Kind of interesting, but. Where's Jacob?
All right, I'm up first. Yeah.
Okay, you're up first. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I thought the Prestige was better than it was, and then I revisited it when me and Henry did our Nolan thing, and I did not like it as much as I thought I did. I thought it was pretty good, but it did not play as well this most recent time on a rewatch. I thought it was interesting, but not as interesting as I remembered it being. And as opposed to Tommy Boy, which I just think, Farley is at the top of his game here, and I think his chemistry with David Spade is just impeccable with him as the sarcastic ass, straight man to him. So Tommy Boy.
Yeah, sounds good. Jacob?
Oh man, I haven't revisited Tommy Boy in a long time. I've only seen The Prestige the one time, and I thought it was really good. I'm a huge fan of Hugh Jackman. You know what my gut's saying, Tommy Boy, so I'm going to go with my gut.
Yeah. So The Prestige, I think that it's really, really solid. I know one too many people that just call it a masterpiece, and I'm just kind of like a masterpiece might be a bit of a stretch, but it's really, really good. It's definitely like an amazing movie. But Tommy Boy, that's the masterpiece. No, I'm just kidding. It's not a masterpiece, but it's one of Chris Farley's best. And in my opinion, I think he's the funniest comedic actor who's ever lived. That's just my personal opinion. And he's really, really solid in this movie. And I wish that we would have gotten more of it. He died way too soon. So, but yeah, it's an infinitely quotable movie too. So, and I also don't think Tommy Boy has gotten enough love on tournament fights, so I'll vote for Tommy Boy. So, Steven?
I like Tommy Boy a lot. It's funny, and I think David Spade and Chris Farley have great chemistry. I always make the joke that the worst thing to happen to David Spade is Chris Farley dying, since since the chemistry between those two is what few movies that I liked David Spade in is because of that. But I'm gonna go with The Prestige. It's not one of my favorite Nolan movies, but it's still great, and I love the whole duel going on between Jackman and Bale, and how they're trying to one up each other, and great supporting cast. So yeah, The Prestige for me.
All right, Richie.
Yeah, I think the Prestige is underrated, and I do like it a lot. But I will go. I'm gonna go Tommy Boy because like the chemistry between Farley and Spade is just great, and it's a really funny movie. It's a shame they couldn't rekindle it with their chemistry is still great. Black Sheep, it's just the movie around them, so not as good.
Yeah.
But Tommy Boy is it's. I wish more people talk about it as like a comedy classic. I know obviously why I'm talking about it now, but I just feel like it's in a way when people talk about great comedies, this is kind of gets left off, but. Well,
to be fair, Richie, I think it's going to be in our comedy championship. I think it made the top 10 on our 90s comedies on Tier Ranker, so it'll be in the conversation for the comedy championship, I believe.
Yep.
Well, cool.
So,
glad to hear that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it came in at like number 5 or 6 or something on our top 10. Like it got a lot of high praise on our show. So, as far as I think it was the one Chris Farley movie that made it. Yeah.
Yep.
There you go.
Well,
all right, Jordan.
Jordan, yeah.
Man, the show's breaking my heart. I feel like I keep voting against all my comedy favorites, man. I don't know. Maybe I am weird and pretentious. I don't know.
Yeah, right.
Because again, I love Tommy Boy. I gotta go Prestige. That's where my heart's leaning towards. I think it's a great Nolan flick. I think it does hold up. And also it holds a special place in my heart, and an R-rated reason that I won't say here, so we don't get demonetized.
Yeah. Well, sounds good. So is it Tommy Boy?
Tommy Boy. Yep, Tommy Boy moves on.
Right. All right, fat guy in a little coat. Moving on. Yeah.
I'll be right back in just a sec.
Yeah. Sounds good. We got Inglourious Basterds going up against Chicago. All right. So who's up first?
Jacob Barber is up first.
Right.
Ooh. I have not seen either of these movies, actually.
Oh, wow.
What the really?
I'm surprised. I don't know why you're surprised.
What the recent great Tarantino? Get to it.
Yeah.
All right, well, since that's the movie you brought up, I'm going to go Chicago.
Okay.
Well, Jacob, Chicago is a musical. I don't know if you've heard of it.
I do.
So
I've heard of it. I was going to go Chicago anyway because I am a big fan of musicals, and so that was I'm leaning more towards that one.
Won Best Picture.
Yep. There's only one musical here, and it's not Inglourious Basterds. That'd be a totally different movie.
I kind of would love to see that, actually.
Like an R-rated musical, yeah.
Well, I was going to say a musical.
Bring me my scalps. I want my scalps.
Yeah, right.
Bring on the bear juice. Smash his head in with the baseball bat.
Because,
we'll have 3 glasses.
Why are we not funding this?
Yeah, right.
Grazie. It's my Italian. Grazie.
Yes.
Yeah. You're hiding Jews under that floorboard, aren't you? You're hiding Jews under that floorboard, aren't you?
Yeah. Well, the musical, I'd probably vote even higher on it, but the one that I don't. Well, for someone who doesn't really like too many musicals, but But yeah, like I've seen Chicago. I didn't care for it because I just mentioned I'm not a musical guy. I do like some musicals. There's a few ones that I think are really really solid. Like I just saw West Side Story recently, and that movie blew me away. Actually, I actually really liked it. But
The
here,
Spielberg one or the 1961 version?
a Spielberg one, yeah. but this is probably the easiest matchup of the night for me. It's Inglourious Basterds. So, Steven?
I have a feeling Inglourious Basterds is going to move on. So I actually really do love Chicago. So I'm going to go with Chicago.
Yeah.
Richie? I'm not going to look at Inglourious Basterds the same way again. That's but anyway, I'm not a musical guy either. That being said, I didn't hate Chicago. I thought it was all right. I'm going in with not really having a love for musicals, so I'm kind of it. I don't know. It's still not like it doesn't blow me away or anything. I just like it better than other musicals. But Inglourious Basterds is it's a Tarantino classic, and a great sort of comeback performance by Christoph Waltz. Is one of my favorite actors now, and probably thanks to this movie. But so Inglourious Basterds.
Yeah, if the movie Chicago would have had more songs by the actual band Chicago, maybe that would have been a case to vote for it, but it does not. The missed opportunity, right? But Jordan?
He had it coming. He had it coming. He only had himself to blame. If you had been there, if you had seen it, you know that you would have done the same. With that being said, I vote for Glorious Bastards.
Yeah. Let's show some love for Chicago, but Austin, did you vote? I think you
Not
did.
yet. No, I was too busy singing. So, they have a nice show-stopping Hitler number 99999999999. Jesus smashes the table. Having said that, Inglourious Basterds the musical gets my vote.
Yep, Inglourious Basterds. Yeah. Sounds good.
Cellophane.
Let's go start again.
Yeah. But next up, we have Jojo Rabbit. Speaking of another Hitler movie, like sort of, but
very Hitler heavy. My bad.
Yeah, right.
Wow, Jordan.
Jesus, you're gonna make me vote for Hitler over Thor, aren't you? God damn it!
This is a battle of Taika versus Taika. That's not fair.
It's Taika Waititi. Taika Waititi.
Oh no.
Only one person on the panel is a member of QAnon, right? No, I'm just kidding. No. No. Who's up first? Is it Steve?
You, Jordan.
Oh, it's me. Okay. Man, this one's tough. It's two more movies that are in my top 64, but I feel like Thor Ragnarok. It gets talked about a lot. It's on here a lot. I actually really do think Jojo Rabbit is the better movie. Taika Waititi is my favorite director of all time. I love the guy's filmmaking. So, and yeah, like the movie's really, really powerful. Like the scene with Scarlett Johansson where you just see her shoes. It's just really heartbreaking every time. And there's some comedy. There's some real serious kind of shocking moments and a lot of heart to it. So yeah, Jojo Rabbit. Steven?
I don't love either of these movies, but I think they're both good, but not great.
So much, Steven.
Yeah. Well, they're great. Come on.
But I'll go with Jojo Rabbit.
Yeah. Well, Richie, what are you going to vote for in the battle of Taika
Waititi? First of all, I'm glad Taika Waititi is. I'm glad he's getting the the love he is now. He was a big thing in New Zealand for a while. I'll take the opportunity to do. If you haven't seen one of his more underrated movies, is called Boy, and it's really good. So if you ever get the chance to watch that, watch that. I don't know. I'm just sort of 6 in one, half and dozen of the other. I'm just gonna be like, just because I don't feel like we have actually had comic book movies get to the second round yet. I will go Thor Ragnarok because I like how he revitalized a sort of a like a character and movies that were kind of they were my least favorite. They were kind of bland and boring. So and I liked how he injected his own humor in it and kind of injected Thor with it more of a personality as well. So and Kate Blanchett's really good as a villain. So yeah, Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah, sounds good. Jordan?
As much as I love Thor Ragnarok from the opening scene of him being twisted around and hey, can you turn me? I gotta go for Jojo Rabbit, man. I think this is the perfect blend of humor, heart. The last moments with Sam Rockwell. This was the year that ScarJo went, oh, what's that? Some of you don't think I'm a good actress? Jojo Rabbit marriage story. Mic drop. Fuck you. I'm great. Taika, everyone here is ready to play, and the two young actors too, including the other boy not on the poster, who unfortunately was in the new Home Alone. They're both great in this as well. So I gotta show some love to Jojo Rabbit.
Yeah. Well, Austin, what do you think?
Well, I really like Taika Waititi when he's not directing Thor movies because I hate Thor Ragnarok, and it's not the first time I've said it on the show, but I hate Thor Ragnarok.
I knew this was coming.
So
Yeah.
anytime it comes up on the show, I will vote against it unless it's a movie that's egregiously even worse. Really, unless it's going up against like Son of the Mask, I will probably never vote against Thor Ragnarok.
Oh wow!
Like so, Jojo Rabbit. I like Taika when he's not doing Marvel movies. So yeah, Jojo.
Yeah. Sounds good. Jacob?
Yeah, Thor had its time a few days ago. It's Jojo Rabbit's turn. Jojo Rabbit's great.
Yep. Jojo Rabbit for the win, which is kind of like a nickname some people do call me sometimes. So
I never called you that.
We can kind of resonate a little bit with it. No, nobody here does, but it's like a family thing. But we have The Matrix going up against Finding Nemo. All right. So, Steven, right? Yeah.
Jordan, what are you, 5?
Yeah.
Why would you put The Matrix on your list?
Yeah, dude. Fucking 5-year-olds fucking watching Matrix all the time.
Come on, yeah.
I actually really do love Finding Nemo, so I would hate voting against it, but I do love The Matrix even more, so The Matrix.
Yeah. Richie?
Yeah, I love Finding Nemo. It's it's still a state. It cinematically just looks like gorgeous, as well as like great performances, and I really because Australia is sort of highlighted. There's a lot of Australian actors on there, so it's pretty good. But yeah, I enjoy Finding Nemo a lot. It's one of Pixar's better movies. But I can't go past Matrix. It was on my top 64. And it's just cinematic achievement and stuff. Just no one, we hadn't seen sort of effects like this maybe before this. It's very revolutionary. It's a shame that the sequels weren't nearly as good, but I don't actually hate them. But the Matrix is great. So
yeah, sounds good. Jordan,
y'all are crazy. Finding Nemo is kind of a masterpiece. Matrix is awesome. It helps transcend it. Maybe because of the sequels, I'm going to hold that against just a little bit, and I'm going to go for Nemo, baby. It's wonderful.
Yeah.
Listen to your hearts. You know you want
to. Sure. Austin, what do you think?
Finding Nemo's fine. It's okay. But yeah, sorry. Matrix is in my top 64, so this one's not even close. Matrix.
Yeah. Jacob?
I'm going to go with the movie I've seen multiple times over the movie I've only seen the one time. And I'm going to go with Finding Nemo. I think it's great. It's just, I think it's wonderful. Finding Nemo.
Yeah, well, anyone who's followed tournament fights or knows me, The Matrix was my favorite movie of all time for a long, long time until Logan came in and upset it. So it's my number 2 favorite movie, but I have a lot of nostalgia when I saw this. It's one of my best friends from back in the day. I actually didn't see it in theaters for whatever reason because I was introduced to it till after it had its theater run, which is too bad. So one of these days I want to try and catch it on the big screen. But yeah, the sequels, I mean, they're fine. I think that the Matrix Revolution is a piece of trash. The other two are just all right, but But yeah, this movie just has so many groundbreaking things that like so many other action movies emulated and like wanted to be like the Matrix, and so yeah. Finding Nemo, I just think that it was slightly a little too old when the movie came out. Like it probably would have hit really hard if I was a little younger when it came out. But I'm gonna go with the Matrix. So
all right, 42 from Matrix.
yeah, the Matrix it is. All right, so moving on, we got Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban going up against A Star Is Born. All right.
Oh.
Yeah. You griping because you don't
All right,
like
Richie.
either
Yeah.
Again, not. But I mean, I don't know. I haven't seen Star Is Born, and like I'll get around to it. I'm not like rushing to it. It's not my type of film. But like, yeah, like it might surprise me. So I'll watch anything really. But Prisoner of Azkaban is a better Harry Potter movie in my opinion. It's fantastic. Yeah, like obviously Gary Oldman as Sirius Black is great. But yeah, this is like totally just dark turned by Fonta Caron. But yeah, it's great. It's still one of my favorite Harry Potter. I haven't gone back and watched it for a while, but I might do that now. But yeah, I haven't seen this poster though. This poster looks weird. But yeah, I'll go Prisoner of Azkaban.
Yeah, sounds good. Jordan?
How dare you, Richie? Get to it. It's a tremendous film. I get mistaken for Bradley Cooper all the time. Don't fact check that.
Yeah.
Don't fact check that. But no, Star Is Born is totally up my alley. I thought it was supremely well made. Surpassed my expectations. Azkaban is my favorite Potter, but I got to go with The Star Is Born.
Yeah. Austin?
I've seen both of these movies in the last 3 months because I'm not a Harry Potter fan. I had to rewatch that movie to do a Battleground match, and like I was so fucking bored. And A Star Is Born, it sucks because I watched it. I was not into it like at all, but I bought it. I had blind bought it to watch it. So now I own it, and it'll just collect dust on my shelf, like from here to eternity. So I'm not into either one of these, but I think I'm less of a Harry Potter fan. So I'll vote for A Star Is Born because I really just don't like Harry. I don't like Harry Potter like at all. I'm just not a Harry Potter guy.
Well, fair enough. Jacob?
Yeah, I do love Harry Potter. Harry Potter's been a big part of my life for the last I don't know how many years, and this is easily my favorite of the Harry Potters. I do enjoy A Star Is Born. I think Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga are fantastic, but Harry Potter, I've seen that movie way too many times, so I'm gonna go Prisoner of Azkaban.
Yeah.
I'll reemphasize. I love going to Universal Studios and the Harry Potter park. Like I love that shit.
Yeah.
Like being there and doing that and riding the rides is fun. But these movies are boring. So yeah.
Sure. Well, Austin, do not send me your copy of A Star Is Born because I will not watch it. I do not like that movie. I've seen it once, and that was enough for me. I don't really understand why people like it. I think that there's some kind of cheesy dialogue where it's like, I just want to get another look at you, and like just the weird like dialogue stuff that just doesn't really hit for me. I mean, Lady Gaga can sing, but we already knew that before this movie. So I mean, but Harry Potter though. Like this isn't my favorite Harry Potter. I can probably name about 4 of the Harry Potter movies that I like better than Azkaban. But I do think that it's still really, really solid. I am a huge fan of the books. I probably read all the books at least 3 times. So the books are like amazing. And so are the movies. But yeah, I would vote for this Harry Potter movie way more than A Star Is Born. So. How about that? Steven?
Steven.
I wish the whole movie of A Star Is Born was as great as the first 30 minutes were. Because those first 30 minutes when Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga first meet, and it all culminates to that great scene where they first, where Lady Gaga first goes on stage to sing Shallow with Cooper. That's such a great scene. And then after that, I just thought the movie bogs down in melodrama and soapy melodrama, and I just didn't care for the rest of it as much.
Yeah.
So I'm not big on the Harry Potter movies, but especially like the first 5 movies, I actually really enjoyed. So I'll go with Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban.
Yeah.
Right. Harry Potter.
All right, we're not going to advance any soapy melodramas here.
You guys are all shalalala, shalalala.
Yeah. Yep. But we have Hot Fuzz up next.
Fuck.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
Oh,
Oh,
this
shit.
might be the easiest one.
I had the same reaction as Richie. I'm like, oh, yeah. Oh, shit.
Yeah, yep, same.
Oh,
So, who's first?
Jordan Owens.
Jordan. Okay.
Oh, damn. All right. I mean, yeah, I'm with you guys on the, oh, yay, shit, because different bracket. Maybe could have gone farther for me. I got to go OG Jurassic Park, man. That score, those first moments. The look still holds up, too. The CGI, it's fun how some stuff today doesn't look as good as this 1993 movie, but I got to go Jurassic Park.
Yeah. Austin,
Man,
what do you think?
you know, normally I probably would go Jurassic Park because it's probably higher, but like I fucking love Hot Fuzz so much, and like it just creeps up more and more in my personal list every single time. So I think every time I think it just comes up on one of these lists, I kind of have to vote for it just to give it the love that it deserves. So I'll actually go Hot Fuzz.
Yeah, sounds good. Jacob?
I'll just echo what Jordan said and go Jurassic Park. Just for the same reasons. It's a tough matchup, but Jurassic Park is a classic.
Yeah, and both of these movies are ones that are super rewatchable for me. That get better every time that I watch them, and Hot Fuzz is my favorite of the Cornetto trilogy. But man, going up against Jurassic Park, and Jurassic Park has recently moved up as high as to be in my top 5 movies of all time. Like I absolutely adore Jurassic Park. I was super hyped when I saw the new trailer for the upcoming movie, seeing all the original cast back interacting with Chris Pratt and all of them. Like that just like was like my happy place. I think I watched that trailer like 5 times in a row when it came out. So that's my most anticipated movie of this year. And the original Jurassic Park just blew me away. And like anytime you have dinosaurs like ripping people's heads off, eating lawyers off of toilets, all that stuff, like I'm down for it. So, and the music, the direction, the acting, like you can go on and on about this forever. So Jurassic Park for me. So Steven?
Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Short and sweet.
I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah.
Do you have some hot takes about Hot Fuzz you don't want to talk about?
Richie? Yeah.
Are you worried about it? Anyway, feel free. I'll bury you. But anyway, Hot Fuzz is. I love Jurassic Park. Really, it's fantastic. I rewatched it semi recently in the last few months, and it's it holds up. It's a great movie, but Hot Fuzz is one of my favorite comedies of all time. I think it's the best of the Cornetto trilogy. It's just a great love letter to action movies, especially Die Hard. And obviously the can't be understated. The chemistry between Nick Frost and Simon Pegg is just phenomenal. And great great cameos from a lot of British actors and comedians. Like comedian Bill Bailey shows up here, and a few other people show up. But it's just totally, they're both really watchable. But I love Hot Fuzz. I've got to give it to Hot Fuzz.
Yeah, Richie and I tried, but Jurassic Park is Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park, yeah.
Yeah.
It is Jurassic Park, yep. But it's up to you
of
two
course.
on the list.
I know.
Oh man.
Oh. All right. Is it Austin or you?
I'm up first. Yeah, I know it comes up all the damn time, those Terminator 2. But yeah, it's because it's for a good reason. And yeah, I like Warrior a lot, but I don't go back to it as much as Terminator 2. I think the opening scene of Terminator 2 is one of the best things that like the future war, which is why I kind of love Salvation because like I like seeing the future shit. So yeah, I know it goes far every time it comes up, but it's Terminator 2. So yeah.
Yeah. Well, Jacob, what do you think?
Yeah, and I was all set to vote for Terminator 2 until I saw that it was going against Warrior.
Yeah.
I freaking love Warrior. I think it's a great movie. Man, it's tough. It's close, but I'm gonna give the slight edge to Warrior.
Yeah, this one's tough. Like I'm kind of in the same boat as you, Jacob. I was all set to vote for T2, and then it's going to be against Warrior, which I think is like maybe the like top 3 performances from 3 different actors, from Tom Hardy, Joel Edgerton, and Nick Nolte. They're just acting the hell out of this thing, and like it is just so good, so powerful. And it actually, like when I saw this movie, it's actually a movie that got me pretty interested in watching a UFC and MMA. Like kind of got into that a little bit. So yeah, like but like Terminator 2 is great too. So it's really tough, but I think I got to give the slight edge to Warrior. I think. Yeah. Steven?
Warrior has 2 votes, so I don't mind voting for Terminator 2 now, because I might have given Warrior a pity vote, but since it has 2 votes, I'll go with my actual favorite of the 2, Terminator 2.
Yeah. Why does the echo always happen to you, Steven? Like every time that you're speaking.
Yeah, but it
must be the room he's in. Is it the room?
Yeah,
It's not constant though. It's like in and out.
Yeah, maybe
it's like it fades in and out.
Yeah, but
yeah.
Leave him alone. It's not his fault.
yeah, right. It's not.
Okay.
I'll give you a pass.
Yeah, Terminator 2 is one of the best sequels of all time, and it's a fantastic movie. Warrior was on my top 64, I think, and it's a fantastic movie, and yeah, it's sort of got like the same sort of kind of vibes to the wrestler in all the ways. But yeah, and I'm a huge MMA guy. Look, Terminator 2 is fantastic. If it was going against a lot of other movies, I would have picked that easily, but I'm going to go Warrior.
Yeah, sounds good.
Best Kurt Angle performance ever.
Because he doesn't say anything.
You haven't seen Dylan Dog with Brendan Routh, sir.
Yeah.
You guys haven't seen Wrestlers versus Zombies. I mean, come on, this performance is way better than that movie.
I have, I have
seen Pain and Gain.
Nice. Well, Jordan, what do you think?
I love Warrior. Whoever put this on the list is right. Good job, that guy. But T2, baby, is an action masterpiece. I mean, fucking thumbs down, lava, baby. I'm going thumbs down with thumbs up with T2.
Yeah.
Have you seen this?
All right. Well, we have a tie, and it goes to Jordan Anderson for the tiebreaker.
Man. Oh, you got to do it to me. Oh man, because this is like literally like separated by like a hair.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Just because I don't think we've seen Warrior get enough love here, I got to go Warrior. I think so. Just by fraction. So yeah, Warrior it is. All right, then up next we have.
And I always big fan, always been a fan of his.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. The Dark Knight going up against Awakenings. All right, that might be the first time that's shown up on any tournament.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
All right, Jacob.
Steven. Oh yeah,
Jacob.
Sorry.
You're way off, Jacob.
You're way
Wow.
off. Yeah. Samsonite was way off.
Wow. This is another easy one. I've not seen Awakenings. I've seen The Dark Knight, and yes, I know it comes up on these lists a lot. But for good reason. It is a fantastic movie. So I'm going to give it my vote, but if it doesn't go through because of the it's been on this list like 18,000 times, I will totally understand that.
Yep. Yeah. I also haven't seen Awakenings, but it's actually a movie I don't really even know that much about other than the actors that are listed there. So probably something I need to look more into. But
that makes me want to watch it. Just those 2 names.
They're both so good in it.
Yeah, but The Dark Knight. I mean, like I don't know what hasn't been been said about The Dark Knight, especially since it's opening weekend for the Batman, and then I'll give it some love. The Dark Knight. So, Steven?
I think I might have seen Awakenings many years ago. I think if I remember correctly, I think Robin Williams plays a doctor, and Robert De Niro is one of his patients, and he's got like some kind of I don't remember.
It's like they're catatonic, like it's a catatonic thing, like yeah.
Well, if you want to find out if you're right or not, it is on Netflix. I just looked it up.
Oh, it is.
Oh, nice.
Oh, okay, because that's one of my few blind spots for the upcoming Oscar show that I'm supposed to be on.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, I don't remember Awakenings, so I'll go with The Dark Knight.
Yeah. Well, Richie?
Yeah, I haven't seen Awakenings, but I need to get around to that because I like both actors a lot. So and it's one of them I should watch every. Robin Williams is my favorite one of my favorite actors of all time. I should get around to watching all of his filmography, but I haven't. The Dark Knight, it comes up here a lot, but for good reason. And it's a fantastic movie. And I also kind of maybe hold out hope that we'll get Dark Knight versus Joker. So I'll go Dark Knight.
Yeah. Well, Jordan, every time that he leaned back, he kind of disappeared in the background. So I'm like, is he still there? Did he go somewhere?
But the ring, like Hornswoggle.
Yeah. But what do you think of this matchup?
Awakenings, guys, get to it. It's a beautiful film from my birth year, 1990 here. Williams is a doctor. De Niro goes through like an operation. Gets kind of like his like he becomes smarter. It's kind of like Algiers kind of thing where and then all of a sudden it detracts and there's beautiful moments in it. Definitely got a way of checking that out. But Dark Knight, I did a recent rewatch in preparation for the new Batman movie. I watched some of the Nolan stuff and it still holds up. It's a great film from the opening sequence, some of the ideas of it. So I got to go Dark Knight.
Yeah, it's clean sweep. The Dark Knight.
Oh, except for me, that's fine. I don't have
Oh,
that's fine. That's fine.
Oh, what do you vote for, Austin?
You should vote for Awakenings now, just so it's not a clean sweep.
I'll vote for Awakenings. No, I actually I have seen Awakenings. I do like Awakenings. It has a nice little side cast reel that kind of pops up, like it's early Bradley Whitford, like way before like West Wing, and if I'm not mistaken, like Vin Diesel plays orderly for like a second, like in a little cameo,
You
like
see
before
Vin
he was
Diesel
Vin Diesel
several times. I don't think he has lines.
Yeah.
But he
didn't have any lines. He's just like an orderly, just like in the background, like so he's in there. But yeah, like even way before like Saving Private Ryan and stuff like that. So, Peter Stormare like pops up, who's great. But yeah, so it is good, and it's Robert De Niro, or excuse me, Robin Williams playing a doctor before Patch Adams. So if you want to see that, go watch Awakenings.
Nice.
But yeah, I'll still vote for Dark Knight, but I do recommend Awakenings as well. It's a little hidden gem from the '90s, I'll say, for sure.
Sounds good. All right, so next up we got 3:10 to Yuma going up against Marriage Story. All right.
Okay.
So who's up first now?
Jordan, you.
All right. Well, this one's kind of tough, but actually maybe not as tough as I would think. Like I really meant to give 3:10 to Yuma a rewatch because I remember seeing it when it first came out, but I think that like I was pretty distracted. I wasn't really like paying too much attention to it, so I don't remember a lot about it. I just remember like a Western with these two actors plus Ben Foster. So, but Marriage Story is freaking awesome. Like this movie was just really, really powerful. And someone who was recently divorced last year, there's a lot of parallels, a lot of things that hit really close to home, and it's just like the emotions behind it and stuff, and just like all the things that they go through. Like it's pretty true to life, like the way it's done. So, I am gonna vote Marriage Story, I think here. So, Steven?
Yeah, I like 3:10 to Yuma. I'm a big fan of James Mangold, especially some of his earlier movies. I'm glad that he's finally getting the credit he deserves, thanks to movies like Logan and Ford v Ferrari. But I've been a fan of his since the '90s with movies like Copland and Girl Interrupted, and probably my favorite movie of his is Identity. But I'm definitely going to go with Marriage Story. I think Adam Driver and Scarlett Johansson are absolutely fantastic in that. I was actually rooting for Adam Driver to win the Oscar that Joaquin Phoenix ended up winning.
Yeah. It was a close Oscar race for that one for sure. But Richie, what do you think?
Yeah, by the way, Stephen, I finally got around to seeing Identity. Good movie. But yeah, I like James Mangold a lot. And yeah, I like Marriage. But yeah, 310 to Yuma is one of the better remakes of time. It's quite an unsung remake. I don't think people talk about it that much. But yeah, it's a very, very good film. Marriage Story is great. But yeah, I think 310 to Yuma is more my kind of film. So I'll go 310 to Yuma.
Yeah. Jordan?
Yeah, 310 to Yuma really surprised me. I'm not a huge Western guy, but I thought it was captivating. Great cast too. Even Alan Tudyk pops up. Luke Wilson, like you don't know who's gonna pop up, but so I really liked it. I'm glad Richie showed some love to it, and we're talking about it here. But Marriage Story is another one that I thought I'd like, but and then you got even Lauren Linney getting nominated. Ray Liotta as the lawyers, the horrible stuff that goes on between there. And yeah, I just thought that there's some real memorable moments in it that I got to go for Marriage Story.
Wait, you said Laura Linney when it was
Laura
Dern. What's her name? Dern. There you go. Laura Dern. Holly, Mary, Steve Buscemi.
I don't trust anything you say.
The character that you kind of like to hate in the movie, which is kind of interesting. But yeah. Well, Austin?
Yeah, it was funny. The funny thing about Marriage Story is like about a month before I watched Marriage Story when it popped up, I had watched for our Leo stuff. I had watched Revolutionary Road, and they're almost the same movie, other than it's just about like this couple breaking down and just yelling at each other constantly. Except for the fact that Marriage Story dives further into like the divorce lawyers and stuff. I do think that's some of the best stuff in that movie is the Ray Liotta, Laura Dern stuff, like the back and forth between them two is pretty great. But I'll give some love to 310 to Yuma because I've become a really big Western fan over the last 5 to 10 years. And coincidentally enough, I just received my 4K of 310 to Yuma in the mail last week and watched it, and it looks great. So I'll give it to 310 to Yuma. Yeah.
Sounds good. Well, Jacob, what do you think?
Yeah, this one's tough. I mean, I think Marriage Story has fantastic performances, but I'm not a big Western guy, and so when there's a Western that I like, I'm maybe I am going to give it my vote because of that. Like, it's a Western that I like, and I can't say that about a lot. So I'm going to give my vote to 310 to Yuma.
Yeah.
Well, with that, we have a tie.
Oh,
nope, we have a tie. So the tie goes to Steven this time, back down to the ladder.
What are you gonna go for?
I'll keep it with Marriage Story.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just think Marriage Story is a more emotionally involving movie.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm being silly.
And one of those weird ones. Like I kind of want to go and like rewatch Marriage Story. Like it's that good, even though it's like a tough subject matter. Like I kind of want to rewatch it. So yeah, but we have Lord of the Rings, the Two Towers.
There it is. I was waiting for that.
Finally, Two Towers. It's about time.
Yeah, right. It's about time we had it on one of these. But going up against Eternal Sunshine. So and is it Steven?
Yeah, Steven.
No? Okay, it's finally Steven. Okay.
So I don't know if you've got the other two, or at least one of the other two on your list. I'm pretty sure Eternal Sunshine is your favorite movie. Because I think I remember you saying it before. I want to be nice and vote for what I'm pretty sure is your favorite movie, but it's hard because because the Lord of the Rings movies are just, you know what? I'll go with Eternal Sunshine.
Yeah.
I'll be nice.
Yeah. Eternal Sunshine is great. It hits really hard. It hits really hard for me in some of the themes and stuff. But yeah, it's a fantastic Jim Carrey and Kate Winslet performance. I will say though, Two Towers is my favorite Lord of the Rings movie. I think this movie, it's the better of the trilogy in my opinion, and I think it's fantastic. So it's not as easy as it maybe appears. But look, I'm going to go Eternal Sunshine.
Yeah. Jordan.
This one's really hard, said the man trying to act. Yeah, I think Two Towers is great. Arguably the best of the trilogy. But yeah, I think Eternal Sunshine's not too shabby. Let's go with Eternal Sunshine.
Not too shabby. Yep. Well, Austin.
Yeah, I like Eternal Sunshine. I rewatched it for maybe a certain battleground match I have with a certain somebody right above me in a certain tower on a certain tournament fights right now, and we had a little fight over that between that and Truman Show, and then he got mad when he realized how good Truman Show was. But regardless of that, Lord of the Rings: The Two Towers is my favorite of the trilogy as well, and I think it has the best pacing, and the Battle of Helm's Deep is the shit. It's awesome.
Yep.
So I'll go with Two Towers.
Yeah. Jacob?
I really enjoy Eternal Sunshine, but I think Lord of the Rings is a perfect trilogy. So I'm going to go with the Two Towers.
Yeah. Well, I've only seen Eternal Sunshine one time, and I wasn't really sure if I liked it. Like, the jury's still out. Like, I feel like I need to give this movie one more watch to decide, and I mean, they're going to decide if
number 7 is the best.
Yeah.
Personally, my 7th viewing, and the 9th was close as well. 23rd's not bad either.
Well, when I first saw it, like, I kind of thought that I didn't like it, but I was just like maybe I didn't really understand that. I need to watch it more and just pay closer attention to it. Like, just do some of that. So definitely going to give it a rewatch, but I'm kind of with Jacob that the Lord of the Rings is a near perfect trilogy, and yeah, this is my favorite.
You're not voting for the trilogy. You're voting for the one movie.
Yeah, right. This is my favorite of the trilogy, and especially for Sam's speech at the end, like just like Sam and Frodo, I think it is the best showing of a friendship like ever put to screen. I think it's just like an incredible friendship there. So
And we get it. You're voting for Lord of the Rings. Richie, make the right decision.
Yes.
Richie's got the vote. So.
Yep.
Don't vote for Eternal Sunshine just because it's his favorite.
Shut up, Jacob. You shut up. Not the first round, Richie. I'm just asking for not the first round.
Oh, please, we've all had it happen to us. Don't let that deter you, Richie.
You voted for
We all have.
Don't just make Richie. You did it right the first time. Do it right the second time.
Eternal Sunshine.
Oh,
Yeah. I mean, not that it matters that much.
All right.
You know, I wasn't.
That's fine. It'll lose
right.
to Dark Knight in a round or two anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Also, the Two Towers has a really good PlayStation game. It's
Yeah.
one of the better
That's true.
PlayStation games.
It's actually pretty good. Yeah.
I'm going to end up regretting that decision, though, if Return of the King isn't on this list.
Yeah. Right. Well. We have Whiplash going up against Shrek.
Also, it's going to lose in the next round regardless.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I had way more animation than I thought I did.
Yeah.
Well, you
What
sent
are
the
you,
list
5?
8 months ago.
Yeah.
All right,
Who's up
Richie.
first?
You had the tiebreaker. Now you're up first. Yeah.
First, I love Whiplash. I think it's one of the better supporting performances by like J.K. Simmons. I think he's fantastic. It's just like this hard-nosed dick, but you can almost see where he's coming from sometimes. But yeah, he's it's just fantastic, and sort of about like how trying to achieve your dreams kind of can come at a cost and stuff. Yeah, and Shrek's like, I feel like everybody in my school, at one point, like watched Shrek multiple times and could just like recite the whole dialogue. I think they put it on at school one time, and it ruined the. I think I'd watched it before, but if I hadn't watched it before, it would have ruined it for me because everybody in the class was just reciting every time someone spoke. So kind of
like
annoying.
Will Smith and I Am Legend.
Yeah, right. Exactly what I was saying.
Yeah. Look, I like Shrek, but I'm gonna go Whiplash.
Yeah. Jordan, what do you think?
Yeah, I agree with that last statement. I really like Shrek, but man, Whiplash is way more my tempo. I think such a mesmerizing performance by J.K. Simmons. Teller's great too, man. Teller was having a banger of a few years there where he was turning in Spectacular Now, even War Dogs, like really great, interesting performances. And then also too, I've mentioned endings. What a freaking great ending too, man. Like, I mean, you're wrapped up in it, and it's great. Like, even if you just want to pop that last like 5-10 minutes in, it's a great ending. So I'm gonna go Whiplash.
Yeah. Austin?
Yeah, what happened to Miles Teller? It's like he made that Fan 4 stick and then he like disappeared off the face of the earth.
Yeah, he was having a banger for a few years, and then
and like Fantastic Four just like killed it.
Mara.
Yeah,
was able to bounce.
He did
the
that.
last thing he did was
Divergent movies.
We did that awkward moment too. That was a weird one for him.
Oh yeah,
I like that actually.
Divergent and awkward moment didn't help. Well, awkward because it's not a good movie.
the last movie he was in was 2017 Only the Brave, that movie with the firefighter movie with Josh Brolin.
He's just been waiting for the new Top Gun to come out. It's been
delayed for 3 years. I forgot he's in that.
Yeah.
Top Gun. Yeah.
Anyways, I see Whiplash on these lists a lot the last 6 months off of Shrek. That's just my only reason.
Yeah. Jacob?
Yeah, maybe I'm just on an animation kick. I think I'm pretty sure I voted every animated movie so far. I'm going to keep that trend going and go with Shrek.
Yeah. Well, Shrek for me, that's a fine
Shrek
movie.
is
Like
love.
I remember like when I first saw all the trailers for it in the theater. I remember like one of the first movies that I saw that like really pushed all these big name actors to be able to voice cast. You got Mike Myers, Cameron Diaz, Eddie Murphy, just like right up on screen. And like seeing that kind of took me out of the movie because growing up as a kid, I never knew who any of the voice actors were. So I was able to get lost in the movie and the characters a little more. And here it kind of took me out just a little bit. It's still a really solid movie though. I mean, I don't want to take anything away from it, but Whiplash though, it's in my top 64. I think Terrence Fletcher is one of the greatest villains. If we eventually I do a villain tournament, we already did it for tier ranker fight, but I think if we do a tournament, they'll definitely be on the list. And yeah, I'm gonna vote for Whiplash. And also an incredible ending. Like I agree with you there. Then the ending, woo, yeah, it's really good. Steven?
I'm gonna vote for Shrek because it doesn't have that ridiculous car accident scene where he gets up in the middle of an accident, rushes to his performance, is actually allowed to be on stage even though he clearly should be in a hospital, and he still somehow gets in trouble.
That's the strive, man. When you want to be great, you be great, baby.
Yep.
That scene just took me out of the movie. I will agree that the ending was great, almost good enough to make up for that ridiculous scene, but not quite.
Yeah.
So
well, with that, we have another tie. So it goes to Mr. Owens to decide his own fate on this one.
It's still my tempo, baby. Let's go Whiplash. Whiplash.
Yeah. Whiplash,
Animated
baby.
movie Whiplash.
Yeah. Great animation. Yeah.
Yeah, those drums were CGI, Jacob. You didn't know.
Is that it? That's it?
Yep.
Hey.
Round one.
well, there was only a couple of movies.
Five.
There was only a few movies here I didn't watch. I haven't seen.
Yeah.
Nice.
Surprisingly.
I'll get to the ones you haven't seen.
All right.
Yeah.
So now is the time of the show, as you guys usually have figured out. We're gonna hit the gas, turn it into overdrive. 10 seconds or less. You got to make the quickest decisions of your lives. So let's go. Let's get to a new favorite movie from Mr. Owens.
I'm
So
going to
let's go
describe
quick.
how I saw it, where I saw it for the first time.
Mhm.
Who I
Yeah,
was
right.
with.
Mhm.
You gotta tell us
All
a
right,
personal
Mr.
story
Owens,
about
you're
each
up
movie.
first.
Alrighty, so
First
Scream.
one, so-
It was on VHS with my sister.
Mhm.
Summer of '97. Oh shit. Yeah. Oh shit.
Yeah.
I know you said be quick, and I'm not being an asshole. I'm thinking.
Be quick.
Yeah.
Be quick.
It
5,
was tough.
4, 3,
Yeah.
2.
Scream.
One.
Scream.
Go.
I gotta stick with my boy Scream.
Okay. All right. Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah. Jacob?
Scream.
Yeah, I got to go Scream. Steven?
Wolf of Wall Street is probably the better movie, but Scream is the more rewatchable, so I'll go with Scream.
I disagree with how many times I've seen Wolf of Wall Street.
I've only seen it once because I don't know, because it's like 3 hours long.
It's the most rewatchable movie of all time ever.
It has rewatchable moments, but I don't think the whole thing is.
Oh yes, it is. There's a rewatchable moment from moment to moment.
You guys are taking Richie's 10 seconds away
Yeah.
from him.
Yeah, don't take me. It's only 10 seconds
Yeah.
for me to say.
It don't
what
matter.
Wall Street
Scream's
does.
going through, so let's go.
Yeah.
To say
What
what
would you
Wall Street
vote for?
doesn't matter because Scream's going
Yeah,
through.
okay.
God damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Scream it is. All right. Then we have The Godfather up against Adaptation.
No, it's easy. Godfather. All right, Jacob.
Yeah, The Godfather.
Well, I have an unpopular opinion about The Godfather, and I've never seen Adaptation, so I'll vote Adaptation.
Logic.
Steven?
Oh,
Yeah.
well, The Godfather's going to win this, so I'll vote for adaptation.
Yeah. Richie?
Maybe, but I'm going to go adaptation.
Oh, all right. Jordan?
I love chaos like the Joker. Adaptation.
Yeah.
Fuck, you guys are incorrect.
Adaptation it is.
I just don't think it's ever been not talking
Yeah.
about on these lists, so why not? Fuck it.
Chaos.
The Godfather has won an episode.
I wouldn't have done it, but
Let's get this movie
Y'all
I've never
did it,
seen
so I
all the
just
way to
went
the
with it.
championship. Come on.
Mhm.
Let's not make that happen next round.
We got Catch Me If You Can going up against Goodwill Hunting.
Oh, fuck.
Oh. All right, Jacob.
Goodwill Hunting.
I gotta go Catch Me If You Can because I've never seen Goodwill Hunting. Steven?
I told
You
you
know
to
what?
watch it.
Yeah,
I
I know. I run out of time.
I think Goodwill Hunting has been in more of these, so I'll go with Catch Me If You Can.
Yeah,
Same logic as Steve. Same logic as Steven. Catch me if you can.
yeah. Jordan?
same logic as Richie's logic with Steve and Catch Me If You Can.
Oh,
Yeah,
You guys-
I'll
Catch Me If You Can?
go Catch Me If You Can. I'll go Catch Me If You Can too. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. There we go.
I'm not saying it's the better movie, but Goodwill Hunting has made these lists.
It's been on
Yeah,
like 2 or
I mean,
3.
just
It
a
hasn't
lot.
been on that many times. It's been on, Catch Me If You Can's probably been on just as many.
It's been
Yeah,
on quite a few
it's been
times
in.
actually. I've seen Goodwill Hunting a lot on a lot
Oh,
of
then
these
our
lists.
logic squad.
Yeah. Well, we have Inception going up against The Nice Guys. Okay.
Hmm.
All right. So who's
Jordan?
first? Which Jordan? Me?
Jordan Anderson.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go with The Nice Guys. It's just a little more rewatchable for me. So yeah. Steven?
Despite some of the things I said about it before, I still do love it, so I will go with Inception.
Yeah. Richie?
The Nice Guys.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's not going to finish last. Well, I guess it definitely won't. The Nice Guys.
Yeah. Austin?
Just because I like a good underdog story in tournament fights, I'll go with the Nice Guys.
Yeah. Jacob?
I don't even care anymore. Inception.
All right. Well, we got Zodiac going up against The Empire Strikes Back. So, Steven.
They're pretty even to me, but I'll go with Zodiac.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, Richie?
Empire.
Jordan?
Empire.
Austin?
Zodiac's not as great as y'all remember it being. Empire.
Jacob?
It is.
So y'all don't use that logic with Empire, but you'll use it for Goodwill Hunting. Whatever. Empire.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, like I love Zodiac, but yeah, I love Empire a little more. So Empire. Yeah. So Empire it is. Right. Then up next we have Star Trek First Contact up against Wayne's World. All right.
Richie.
So
But Goodwill Hunting.
Star Trek versus Star Wars. Star Trek versus Star Wars. Star Trek versus Star Wars.
Wayne's World.
I kind of want that matchup now. Star Trek.
Jordan? Yeah. Jacob?
Yeah, I want Star Trek versus Star Wars. Star Trek. Oh, it's okay. You can skip me. That's
sorry. Fine. Yeah. Austin? Sorry. Usually you guys are flip-flopping.
Now, Jacob. Jacob. I know. Well, if you flip-flopped it back, it would work. Anyways,
yeah.
Don't do it anymore.
Star Trek.
Yeah. I'll go Star Trek. Even though I have Wayne's World ranked way higher on my list. Though.
I think Jacob gave up when Good Will Hunting got eliminated. He feels like
right.
Because the logic is flawed. Catch Me If You Can has been on just as many times.
Yeah.
I only remember Catch Me If You Can being on like once or twice. I know Good Will Hunting has been on multiple people's 64s, like multiple people's 64s.
I remember it being on quite a few episodes. Catch Me If You Can. Yeah. But Steven?
Simulate this. Star Trek First Contact.
Yeah. Well, Star Trek it is. All right. We're going to get the matchup coming up here in a bit. But we have Fight Club going up against The Truman Show. All right.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Mr. Owens.
Oh, snap. Truman Show.
Yeah. Austin?
Truman.
Jacob?
Truman.
Truman.
I'm going to go with Fight Club.
Truman.
Steven?
My new favorite movie, according to what everyone voted for before. Truman Show.
That might have been most of this panel too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was.
Richard?
Truman.
Yeah. Truman it is. All right. Moving on. Let's see. Then we
Austin,
got.
How great would it be if it came down to Truman and Sunshine?
Let's do it, guys. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Well, but here's the thing. And then if Truman won, it would be the first two-time winner of tournament fights.
Yeah, right. The first.
Yeah.
No Way Home was close the other day.
Yeah.
No Way Home came close because it won the 2021 fight and then it almost won the comic book fight. Yeah, it's been close. All right. All right. So the wrestler versus what?
Versus Avengers.
Avengers. All right. I'm up first. That one that sucks.
Not easy.
Avengers. Sorry, Necro.
Yeah. Jacob?
The wrestler.
I think, even though I have Avengers ranked higher, I'm going to go with the wrestler. So, Steven?
I'll go with Avengers, but it's pretty close.
Yeah. Richie?
The wrestler.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on. The Avengers was just on an episode, guys.
Yeah.
Jacob, good logic. I'm voting for the wrestler.
All right. Wrestler it is. All right.
So was Catch Me If You Can. That's why you think it's been on more than it has because it was on the Oscars show. That's why you think it's been on more than it has.
I didn't watch that episode. I was gone.
Yeah. But for the Joker versus Stranger Than Fiction. All right.
This
I
is
know
easy.
which one I would vote, but
All right, Jacob.
All right.
I'm not gonna win.
Yeah.
Spite vote, Stranger Than Fiction.
All right. Well, it was pretty easy at Joker. Steven?
Not a spite vote. I really love Stranger Than Fiction.
All
Oh,
right.
God, Steven.
Yeah. Jordan?
Little did he know he was going to vote for Joker.
Nah.
I think you knew
Austin?
the whole time.
Yeah, and I really love Joker.
Yep.
And I want to see Joker. I want to see Joaquin
Joker it
versus
is.
Ledger. I want to see Joker versus
right.
Dark Knight.
Joker versus Joker.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Might get it. Yeah.
I'm not mad that Joe. I'm less mad that Joker made it through than I am about Stranger Than Fiction not.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we have 1917 up against Pulp Fiction.
All right. Jordan Anderson.
This one's close, but I got to give it to Pulp Fiction. Steven?
I was almost going to go with 1917 because I think it's been on these less than Pulp Fiction, but I got to go with Pulp Fiction between these two.
Yeah. Richie?
Yeah, I can't ignore Pulp Fiction, so Pulp Fiction.
Yeah. Jordan?
Let's throw some love to 1917, so it's not wiped.
Yeah. Austin?
Yeah, I know this one makes it into a lot of Elite Eights, but it's for a good reason, so Pulp Fiction.
Yeah. Jacob?
And it's for that logical reason I'm going to go with 1917.
It's okay.
All right. Sure. Yeah.
I actually like Good Will Hunting more than Pulp Fiction, but
yeah, but like
the competition.
Jacob,
it's the competition
Will
that it
Hunting
was up against.
Yeah.
lost to maybe the most underrated Steven Spielberg movie ever, Catch Me If You Can.
Yeah,
like it's not
that's
like a
the
knock. Like it's a good fucking movie.
Yeah,
like it's not like it
That's
lost to
not
fucking,
the reason it's
something
being
everybody
used,
hates.
though.
It's not like it
You're
lost
losing
to
Napoleon
Terminal.
Dynamite like Logan did on my thing, right?
Yeah,
Did that happen? Napoleon Dynamite beat Logan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What show
Yeah,
was that?
Freaking beat
That was Jordan Anderson's
Logan.
top 64. Napoleon
Yeah.
Dynamite beat Logan. I voted for Napoleon Dynamite in that vote.
Well, I had a couple of my family members on, and we're all kind of biased because we live.
They're all
close to
big
where it was
Napoleon
filmed.
Dynamite fans, and they voted through Napoleon Dynamite.
Well, that's why you
Yeah.
voted for a room that was like, we all have a shared connection.
Yeah, right.
Mhm.
Yeah,
To agree to agree.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But we have X2 going up against Tommy Boy. Action beat comedy. So,
All right, Steven.
who's first?
Oh, I'm almost always gonna vote for action over comedy, so X2.
Yeah. Richie?
Tommy Boy.
Yeah. Jordan?
The Prestige.
No.
All right, I'm gonna go for Brick. No, all right, let's go
That's
X2.
not how the show works, Jordan.
My bad. I was trying.
Yeah.
X2.
Yep.
Jordan's leaning
Sorry.
so far back, he's fading in and out of existence like Marty McFly right now.
Yeah, he is. I know. Yeah. I'm like, is he there? Or where'd he
Yeah,
go?
Back to the Future is another movie.
Yeah, I
that
know,
makes
he's
a lot of these
fading in and
lists,
out.
Actually,
but not
Thanos
this
just
one.
snapped, and I'm not feeling so good, guys.
Yeah.
Not feeling so good. Mr. Stark.
Anyways, Tommy Boy.
Austin? Yeah. Jacob?
X2.
I'm gonna say Tommy Boy because it hasn't been on these lists enough. So
Ooh, it's a tie, and it goes to
Yeah, tie.
me. So, does this suit make me look fat? No, your face does. Tommy Boy.
yeah, yes, yes. I was just checking the end line on the rotary girder. I'm retarded. Yeah.
Is that a clip-on? Yeah, it's a clip-on.
Yeah. Yeah. But
All right.
you've been Glorious
Bastard.
Bastards versus
The
Jojo
musical
Rabbit. The battle.
versus Jojo
Yeah,
Rabbit.
right.
Here's the kill.
Yeah. Yeah. The musical. Yeah.
Richie.
Nazis versus Hitler versus Hitler. Nazis versus Nazis.
Yeah.
Inglourious Bastards.
Yeah. Jordan?
I'm afraid it's gonna get not the vote, so I gotta give it a vote. Jojo Rabbit.
Yeah. Austin?
You're hiding Jews in the floorboard, aren't you? Aren't you? You're hiding Jews in the floorboard, aren't you?
Yeah.
Inglourious Bastards.
Pour me a glass of milk.
Yeah.
Next time I check in on Tournament Fights, I will have written several songs for Inglourious Bastards the musical, so stay tuned.
Yeah, right. Nice. Well, Jacob, what do you think?
Jojo Rabbit.
Yeah, I think I gotta go Jojo Rabbit. Yeah. Steven?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Jojo Rabbit too.
Yeah.
They made a sequel.
Richie?
Wow.
Yep.
I knew
Richard.
someone was gonna say that.
Yes, I've been
Hitler's
waiting for the
Revenge.
sequel. Heck yeah.
I should have said as well.
Yeah.
I believe Jojo Rabbit took it.
That-
42, I
okay.
believe.
So,
Mhm. Yeah,
Well, I
Jojo
was
Rabbit took
wrong.
out Tarantino. Mhm.
yeah.
I did not see that
All
coming.
right.
But you guys don't like musicals. How dare you?
Yeah, no. But
No, we love
The
musicals.
Ma-
That's why we're mad that wasn't the musical one.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
We got The
Yeah, I
Matrix
might have
versus
voted for
Prisoner of
Glorious
Azkaban.
Bastards if it was a musical.
Same. Yeah. Yeah.
I probably would have watched it.
Yeah, that's why I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna be a viral sensation. Get us some more subscribers.
Well, there is a musical about Hitler, isn't it called like The Producers or something that kind of sings
The
about
producers, yeah, has a springtime for Hitler. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
In Germany.
yeah.
But
All right,
who's
Mr.
up
Owens,
first? Is it-
Matrix versus Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
Yeah. Austin?
Matrix.
Yeah. Yeah. Jacob?
Harry Potter.
Yeah. I know Kung Fu, The Matrix. Steven?
You didn't sound
Well,
as upbeat as we did, though.
Yeah.
As much as I would
I know
love
Kung
to
Fu.
continue the back and forth, I can't. Matrix.
Yeah. Richie?
Richard.
The Matrix.
Screw you guys.
Jacob's Jacob's getting pissed, and it's not even his 64. Like it's not even his list, and he's just getting pissed.
Like, screw you guys.
Screw you guys. This isn't my list. I hate this list.
You're running out all my favorite movies. Oh, wait. They're not mine.
Yeah, oh, wait, that's not my favorite list.
Yeah. But
All right,
got Jurassic Park against Warrior.
Warrior.
Hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
First, Jurassic Park.
Jacob?
Jurassic Park makes a lot of these lists. Warrior.
Yeah. Jurassic Park.
That's a legit reason this time, not a callback. I really think.
Yeah. Well, Jurassic Park makes a lot of these lists, and I'm glad it does. Jurassic Park. Steven?
This is closer to me, Warrior to JP, than Warrior was to Terminator 2. So I'll give some love to Warrior.
Yeah. Richie?
Warrior.
Mm. All right, Jordan.
Justice for T to Jurassic Park.
Ooh.
And a tie, and it goes to Mr. Barber. So it's all on you, sir. Make yourself happy.
Justice? What
Yeah.
justice? Warrior.
Oh, Warrior. All right.
Did I say I was
Justice.
mad about Warrior? Warrior's a good movie.
Yeah.
No, Jordan did justice for T2, so
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was telling him there is no justice.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
Dark
Knight.
Knight one. Yeah. There's the Dark Knight going up against Marriage Story. Okay.
Two completely similar movies. Look at those posters.
Very similar.
All right.
The action-packed
All right,
marriage story that's just full of
yeah,
action.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Jacob.
The Dark Knight.
Yeah, like I really love Marriage Story, but the Dark Knight, yeah. Steven?
I mean, The Dark Knight is a great movie, but similar to other, we don't see Marriage Story as much as The Dark Knight on these things. So I'll go with Marriage Story.
Richie?
The Dark Knight.
Yeah. Jordan?
Marriage Story. Why not?
Yeah. Austin?
The Batman
All
that
right.
I've just seen twice.
Wait a minute.
Sorry, Dark Knight.
Yeah. The Dark Knight.
The Batman that I totally saw today that I wasn't planning after seeing it yesterday because it's fucking great.
Yeah.
And I had to see it again. This is swirling in my head.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
I think it's supposed to come to HBO Max in like mid to late April. So.
Go see it in the
Okay.
theater.
Oh no!
Go
I
see
already
it
saw.
in the
Oh,
theater.
I already saw it. I'm
Great.
just saying
yeah.
though that I probably won't
Mhm.
see it again until HBO Max.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I will see it in theaters, but the fact that it's going to a 45-day theatrical run, and on that 46th day, it will be on HBO
Yeah.
Max. I think that's cool.
No, don't get me wrong. I will put it on once it's on HBO Max, but I'll probably end up seeing it like 4 times in the theater. So,
Yeah.
anyways,
That's-
yeah.
This is why I voted for a Marriage Story. I wanted to have it.
Yeah, we still have Eternal
Easier
Sunshine.
next round.
Yeah, gonna be a Whiplash.
Oh
Whiplash.
no.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right.
Oh, no.
Jordan Anderson.
I gotta go Whiplash. Yeah, like I freaking love that movie. Steven?
Oh, this is easy. Eternal Sunshine.
Richie?
Eternal Sunshine.
Yep.
Tease me with that.
Jordan?
That wait. Let me think.
Yeah.
Building a bird box.
Look at it be.
Birdhouse. Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless
Don't keep us in
Mind.
suspense for so long. So come on. Austin?
Whiplash.
Yeah. Jacob?
Whiplash.
And
Ooh.
the tie goes to Jordan
Tie.
Anderson. Yeah.
Oh man, I don't want to do it to you because I'm not huge on Eternal Sunshine. I'm just not. So I think I got to give it to Whiplash. Sorry.
Oh, and there
Sorry.
it goes.
You fucked me.
Still not going to
Yeah.
happen. The streak of
Sorry.
tournament fights continues. The streak of the
I
person's
know,
number
my-
one not making it. So
I don't
yeah,
know.
sorry.
My number one made it pretty far.
No, I'm
Yeah.
talking about winning the whole thing. It's still never won the
Yeah.
whole thing ever.
Okay.
Ever.
Yeah.
Jordan was
It hasn't-
Well,
it hasn't happened
right.
yet.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well,
Like, what were
your favorite one, just not your episode.
Yeah. My favorite has won a tournament fight, and not my tournament fight. That's correct.
But I will give Eternal Sunshine a rewatch, and maybe I'll have a whole different opinion after that. I don't know.
And then we can be friends again, Jordan.
Yeah, right.
The top half of this group sucks.
All right. So
Sorry for voting for the better movie.
You didn't, Jacob. That's the problem. Go see more movies, Jacob.
all right. So real quick, the winners of these next rounds will be in the poll in the Elite Eight. So choose wisely. So yeah, we've got first up, Steven's up first for Scream versus Adaptation.
Yeah.
I gotta go with Adaptation.
Yeah. Oh, Richie?
Scream.
Yeah.
Oh.
Jordan?
I was thinking Scream, but I want one fucking Charlie Kaufman script to go through. Adaptation.
Sure.
When you pick being John Malkovich, then?
Austin?
I didn't like it as much as they
Yeah. Yeah, if you would have picked Ben John Malkovich, I would have voted for that one. Scream.
Yeah.
That's the one movie
You
that
two
I
are
actually
better.
don't like.
Yeah, me too.
I love being John Malkovich. It's very
Scream.
Scream. Yep, and I'm gonna go with Scream. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
tried, Charlie. I tried.
He's not watching.
All right. I
Sorry.
believe this is the second time Scream's made it into Elite Eight. It made it into Richie's, right? Didn't it make it into yours?
Yeah, man,
Yeah.
Yeah, I
it's
think
mine.
so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was in your.
Wasn't it
poll.
Scream and Scream 2?
Did
I
they
had
both?
Scream
Yeah, I
and
think they
Scream
both
2
did.
and Scream 4. I think I had Scream 4 too. I might have
You got three of them. Yeah.
Believe it or not.
Yeah.
Damn, you like
Well-
Scream, Richie?
Yeah, man.
Mhm. Yeah, he's a big fan.
A little bit. Yeah. But we got Catch Me If You Can against the Nice Guys.
Nice guys. All right.
Oh,
Richie.
this is tough.
Oh, this is hard. Nice guys.
Yeah. Jordan?
I don't care anymore. I don't want to play. Now let's do something that would be very easy if I was the main character, which is Catch Me If You Can. Get it? 'Cause I'm slow.
It's all right. But Austin?
I vote for Good Will Hunting 2. It's hunting season. No, I'll vote for the nice guys.
Avid bitches.
Isn't that a parody off of something?
That's from Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. They're filming
Oh, yeah,
Good
that's
Will Hunting 2. And another movie's
Yeah,
like
that's
applesauce, bitch.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, how do you like them apples? I don't like them apples. Well, what am I gonna do?
I like them, yeah.
I love that they got
Yeah.
the same guy. Anywho.
Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah, they got the same guy. Gus. So action Gus. Excuse me, Benny's counting money. I'm busy.
Yeah.
I love
All right,
that movie.
anyways,
How
Jake.
come
That movie's great. That movie's great.
I still
Who do you
need to
ever
watch
nominate?
Reboot?
Not
No,
as
you don't.
good.
You're fine. You're fine.
Well,
Watch it. If you like Strike Back, you'll like it. It's the same fucking movie.
yeah.
Yeah, no, it's not. No, it's not.
Not as funny. It's not as
Well,
funny.
All right. Anyways, Jacob, sorry.
You think?
I know he's mad, but
I-
Jacob.
I love a good spite vote. The nice guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Jacob Spite Barber, everybody.
Mhm.
This one's tough, but I gotta go Catch Me If You Can.
Mm.
Steven?
Yeah, I enjoy the nice guys, but it's definitely Catch Me If You Can.
Yeah.
Oh, and another tie, and it goes to Steven. You gonna stick with it, I'm assuming?
Yeah, I'll stick with Catch Me If You Can.
Oh, there it goes. Goodbye to the nice guys. Damn. They still can't. Nice guys still finished last. Nice guys still
Yeah,
can't get a
still
chance.
finished
Oh,
I'm
they,
like,
they
damn.
lasted.
Well,
They
they
lasted
finished ahead of
2
Good Will
rounds,
Hunting.
so,
Mm.
Yeah, they were
yeah,
like,
they finished.
Jacob's not gonna sleep tonight. Just tossing Goodwill Hunting. Should have went farther.
nice guys finished somewhere in the middle on tournament fights.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Nice guys finish in the middle.
Yep. The hit song. Yeah.
Mhm.
But we got Empire
Star
Strikes
Wars
Back
versus Star Trek.
Star Trek.
Oh.
Yep. We're to Star Trek. This is
Yeah.
I know you guys are not. This is one that's gonna break my heart now because I have a
Yeah.
feeling I know which one's gonna win.
Well, you
Yeah.
might be surprised. You never know.
Mr. Owens, go first.
More times than not, you put First Contact against Star Wars. I'm going First Contact, but this is one of the exceptions. Star Wars, Empire.
Yeah.
Damn.
Austin.
My favorite Star Wars versus my favorite Star Trek.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's me.
Yep.
Just for the sake of I might know where it's going, I'll go First Contact.
Yeah. Jacob.
Empire.
Well, not my favorite Star Wars versus my favorite Star Trek. But at the same time, I almost think that still, even despite that, maybe Empire's a little better. But I think I'm going to go First Contact. So, Steven?
I don't have any Star Wars movies in my top 64, and I have 2 Star Trek movies on it. Star Trek First Contact.
Yeah. Richie?
Richie?
Because Steve voted for Star Trek and then Star Wars.
Sure, yeah.
Well, and because of that, we have another tie, so it goes to Richie
Oh, wow.
this time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, cool. This is for not putting nice guys in. Empire. There you go.
Yeah.
Empire. All right. Sounds good. Then we got
Half of the tournament's
Good.
fights is just spite. Just, oh yeah,
right.
We're friends for the last round, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got the Truman Show going against the Wrestler.
Oh.
Oh, God damn it.
Why?
All right.
Ooh.
I'll go Truman Show.
Yeah. Jacob?
Truman.
I got to go with the Truman Show just because I don't go back to the Wrestler as much because it's so damn depressing. So I'm going to go with the Truman Show.
What do you mean? He does a frog splash
Steven?
and wins the match. The end. Yay.
Yeah. That part's cool, but
Yeah, it's cool when he dies.
What?
It's got the lovely.
That's what you
Got
read.
the
for that?
lovely
Yeah.
Aunt May in it too.
yeah.
Yeah.
The chick from Tobey Maguire movies. You're weird.
Mhm. Richie?
Steven?
Truman
Steven
Show.
voted. Yeah.
Oh, you voted
Oh.
for Truman Show? Okay.
Okay.
You know,
I didn't hear it.
Truman Show is good, but I mean, the rest would be better if Randy the Ram did a shooting star press instead of a splash. But anyway, I'll go.
Yeah.
I'll go the wrestler. So it's not a
Yeah.
clean.
Shut up, yeah.
Jordan?
Mhm.
Good, because it would have been Truman Show.
Yeah. Truman Show it is. All right.
All right.
I just want to see the sequel where he finally makes it to Fiji. I want to see that. Yeah.
I mean, I think there's sequel
Someday.
potential. I've had some pitches for sequels that I think could actually work, but
Yeah.
But yeah, like
It's
I
true.
mean, where maybe he still thinks he's being watched, or he still thinks he's on a TV show or
Yeah.
shit like that. There's ways you could go with it, where he's like
Yeah,
super
right.
paranoid.
Yeah.
I mean,
Do it.
how would he handle the real world? Since
That's what I mean. He would never be able to trust anybody. It'd be an interesting movie.
Yeah,
Like he would have trust
yeah.
issues with everybody. Think everybody's like an actor. Like I think there's a way you could go with that. Like a sequel
Plus,
wise. Like I think
he's
it'd be
probably
interesting.
been coddled because he's been the star of his own show.
Mhm.
He's been coddled with his whole life.
Mm-hmm. So I just think
Well-
him going back to that character could be interesting, but I don't know if it'll ever happen. But anyways, I'm sorry. Totally different
I want
tangent.
him and Natasha
Yeah.
to be happy. That's all I want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have the Joker going up against Pulp Fiction. So
All right.
Uh,
So Jacob.
Yeah.
Joker.
I gotta go Pulp Fiction. Steven?
Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
I want Joker. I want Joker vs Dark Knight. So Joker.
Yeah. Jordan?
I'm the Joker, baby. Let's go with Joker.
Yeah. Austin?
Yeah, Joker.
Ooh, we might get the matchup
Mhm.
after all. All
Mhm.
right.
We will.
Yeah. We got
I knew my spite vote against it last round wouldn't hurt it.
right. We got Tommy Boy v Jojo Rabbit. So
All right, Jordan.
It's me first.
Anderson, you're up first. Uh-huh.
I gotta go with Jojo Rabbit pretty easily here. Steven?
Jojo Rabbit.
Yeah. Richie?
Tommy Boy.
Sounds good. Jordan?
Jojo Rabbit.
Yeah. Austin?
Tommy Boy.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Jacob?
Could I tie it up?
Mm-hmm.
Good.
All right. Well, it doesn't
Lots of-
matter because it's gonna lose to Joker in the next
Yeah.
round anyway. Jojo Rabbit.
Yeah. Jojo Rabbit.
All right.
Will it,
Well, it still makes the poll.
Well,
Well, Jojo Rabbit's still in the poll, so there you go.
yeah. Yep, it's still in there. We got the Matrix going up against Warrior.
Warrior.
Hmm.
All right. Steven.
Steven, yeah.
Oh, Matrix.
Yeah. Richie?
Warrior.
Yeah. Jordan?
Let's go Warrior.
Yeah. Austin?
Matrix.
Jacob?
Warrior.
I'm gonna go with the Matrix.
And another tie. I think we're setting records for ties tonight.
Yeah.
There you go. I'll have
right.
to count them. I'll have to go back there and count them up at the end. But yeah, and then the tiebreaker this time goes to our man of honor, Mr. Owens. You have all the power, sir.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I could flip flop. I wouldn't be against it, but I'm gonna
Yes.
say with Warrior.
Mhm.
Warrior.
If you want to do the right
Okay.
thing,
That's,
I could. Nah, I like it. I like Warrior representing me because I'm a warrior.
That's tie number
Yeah,
15, by the way.
Yeah. Ooh.
15.
Well, yeah, because I was about to say I could go through my little chart of like ties. I have this thing with like these X's where like I X, the tower as it goes up to like keep track of the tie-breaking vote. Yeah,
Oh,
I've got. Yeah. This next one will be the 16th one if we do it. I think I'm pretty sure it's a record. I don't think I've ever gone to a third
Yeah.
of ties. So yeah.
Well,
Mhm.
we have the Dark Knight going against Whiplash.
All right, Richie.
All right. I love Whiplash, but I want that Dark Knight be Joker. So I'm gonna go Dark Knight.
Yeah. Jordan?
I don't care. This is not how it works. Eternal Sunshine. Move on.
Yeah, right.
So do a
Let's go,
spite
you know
vote
what?
and vote.
We,
Yeah.
just so there's like a reason it lost. Whiplash.
Yeah. Austin?
Dark Knight.
Jacob?
Dark Knight.
Yeah, this one's tough, but I think Dark Knight's just a little better. So, Steven?
If it was Eternal Sunshine, I would have voted for it. But since it's not, I'll go with the Dark Knight.
One can dream,
Yeah.
Steven.
Mhm.
Richie?
No, he already voted. It's
Oh.
Dark Knight.
Oh, yeah,
I think
okay.
Dark Knight.
All right.
Richie said Eternal Sunshine.
Got the Dark Knight. Yeah, right.
Four times.
Eternal
Four
Sunshine.
times. If you were saying with me, it's 4 times. I'm keeping a tally of that.
Sure, yeah.
It's all good.
We're gonna-
All good.
Probably going to do it a few more.
Yeah, that's right. You can do it.
All right. Yeah. So
All right, we're going for the final four here.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
we
we're
will
going for the
see
final
what
four.
makes it the final four.
we got Scream going up against Catch Me If You Can.
Catch Me If You Can. Okay, Mr. Owens.
Figure that out.
Yeah. Austin.
Jordan Owens is playing the role. Jordan Owens is playing the role tonight of John Cena. I can't see him half the time, so
Yeah, right.
it's just his
It's a
spirit.
wrestling background too.
Yeah.
I'll go Scream.
Yeah. Jacob.
I will also go Scream.
And I will third that and go Scream.
Well, you'd be fourthing it, but okay.
Fourth.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Steven?
Well, I may be its lone vote, but Catch Me If You Can.
For some reason, I thought Jordan voted for Catch You If You Can. I don't know why.
No, he actually screamed.
No,
Yeah.
he actually screamed. That was his vote.
Yeah, duh. Okay, yeah.
Michael Winslow.
That's
Come
it.
on,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
And I forget
Richie,
that.
I know you're voting for. I know Richie's voting for Scream. That was like it's tough.
I'll scream that and go Scream. Get it? Scream.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
You
Yep.
scream, I scream,
Do
we
it.
all scream for ice cream.
Let's Scream.
Yeah.
For Scream.
I don't think I've
That's
ever
what we're
screamed
screaming.
for ice cream, actually.
Well, I mean,
Was anybody
I bet
actually
you have.
scream for
If you were a kid, and you're chasing after the ice cream truck, you probably screamed for the ice cream truck. So inherently, you were probably screaming for ice cream.
Oh,
So
I didn't
you may
chase
have-
anything as a kid.
When you're getting the ice cream, you
Yeah,
don't want
yeah.
to scream in the guy's
No.
face. That's kind of rude. Ice cream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me the fuck.
I want ice cream now. Like all you have to do is just say what you want and give me the money. Like I'll give you the ice cream. I'm not gonna. It's not a hostage situation. I'll give you the ice cream. There's an exchange, a transaction here.
The next time you go to the grocery store, just walk around screaming until somebody gives you.
I want ice cream. Like, nobody's
Ice cream,
stopping you
ice
from
cream.
buying. You can buy a whole cart of ice cream. Literally, you're an adult. Nobody's stopping you.
Yeah, right.
Like, dude, let's go to the ice cream section. You're in the
Yeah.
butcher section, you idiot. Go to the
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
You're in the total wrong section here.
Yeah.
But up next, we have
Empire. Oh
Empire
man,
versus
Empire
Oh,
versus Truman.
man.
Who's first?
Oh fuck me! Damn it!
Yeah.
For a second, they said Empire versus New Moon, and I'm like, what the fuck?
No.
Which is the Twilight
That's
Zone?
not
New
in
Moon.
there.
Yeah.
New
That hasn't
Moon was
made the-
65.
Yeah.
I don't think we'll ever see it.
Um,
I'll get Kevin Potts in here.
Is he a big
I'll
fan of Twilight?
go. Is he? I don't know. Empire.
Yeah. Jacob?
Jacob.
Yeah, so on my personal list, this is number 6 versus number 13. I'm very high on both these movies, but I'm just a little higher on Empire.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Empire deserves the win here, so Empire. Steven?
I wanted to give a spite vote to Truman Show, but unfortunately it wouldn't be a spite vote because I actually do love Truman Show more.
Okay. Well, fair enough. Richie?
Truman.
Jordan?
Well, it's going to be tied, but I think I know how it's going to end, Sherman.
Oh. Tie number
What does
16.
Steven go for again? I was confused.
Truman.
The bottom
Yeah, okay,
is
so it is-
we were all Truman.
Oh man, so
There's
it's a
another tie.
fucking tie on me. Oh god
Yeah,
damn it.
that's on you.
Shit.
Are you gonna flip flop?
I'm
We
more.
have had Truman
Maybe
win
I'll.
it all before.
Yeah, we've had Truman win it all. Actually, I don't think Empire's ever won. So you know what? I'll give
No?
Empire a shot. I'll
Yeah.
I'll put Empire through and give Empire a shot.
Star Wars doesn't have enough fans.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, Truman won Stevens, and well, I mean, but it's weird because these Star Wars movies show up on these, but like they kind of get
Never make
halted
it.
like halfway through. Like they never really
Yeah,
make
yeah.
it like as far as you think they'd make it. So yeah, you would think.
Most people say Empire is the best Star Wars movie, so that's most people. I don't say that.
I like-
Most people
but-
would be
but
right.
Most people. Yeah.
Nah, New Hope is better.
No.
No, Return of the Jedi is
Mm.
what you meant to say,
It's-
right? You meant to say
It's
Jedi.
no Phantom Menace,
Right.
that's for sure.
Yeah, yeah. Right, right.
Attack the clones.
Listen, we all know Battle for Endor is the best Star Wars movie. Okay.
Yes.
We
I
all
don't
know that,
know what
guys.
that is.
All right. That's the Ewok movie. And Caravan of Courage with Ernest, or
Yeah, Caravan of
not,
Courage.
what's his name?
There you go.
Wilford Brimley. Oh, now, God damn it, you Ewoks, get the hell out of my house. Now, God damn it.
I'm so
that's-
glad those are on Disney Plus.
Yeah,
Oh, dude,
right.
it's
That's so
go
good.
watch the one with Wilford Brimley. Literally, that's like the whole movie is
Yeah.
him just yelling at Ewoks and being like, God damn it, I'm trying to, y'all hush up now, God damn it. That's the whole
The
movie.
crazy, what's that crazy hijinks with Wilford Brimley and Ewoks?
Yeah, it's a real thing. Wilford Brimley was in an Ewoks movie. Anyways, Joker versus Jojo Rabbit, and Jacob Barber's up first.
And Joker.
Mm-hmm.
And Jojo Rabbit. Steven?
Jojo Rabbit.
Richie?
Joker.
All right. Fake out. Jordan?
Joker.
Austin?
Rabbit Joker.
Oh, all right. Well, it's Joker again.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Joker moving on. Then we got Warrior versus Dark Knight. So we want to see the matchup. This is what it comes down to.
All right, Jordan Anderson, you're first.
Well, I think either way, I would pick the Dark Knight. So, Dark Knight. Steven?
Yeah. All four of these movies, except for Warrior, has appeared on so many of these.
Yeah.
So let's get at least one movie that's not in a lot in the finals. Warrior.
Sure.
No, we need Dark Knight versus Joker. So.
Yeah.
Dark Knight.
What we need, and that's what all the fans watching want.
Mhm.
Right? Yeah. Jordan?
Let's go Dark Knight, but if it wins, I'm not watching it again. I just watched it.
Yeah.
All
But you have
If
to.
it wins,
right.
You have to.
Yep. You have no choice. No.
Joker.
Austin?
Joker. I mean, Dark Knight. I mean, I want the Joker. Dark Knight. Dark Knight.
Dark Knight.
Yeah. All right.
There it is. We're gonna get it on the next round.
Dark Knight. All right.
All right.
Final four.
But first, we gotta hold off for 1 second because we got Scream versus Empire.
Yep.
All right.
Empire.
All right, Steven.
Steven.
Mhm.
Well, since Empire defeated my Star Trek, I'll go with Scream.
Yeah. Richie?
Scream.
Yeah. Jordan?
Fuck it, Scream.
Yeah. Austin?
Fuck it, Empire.
Jacob?
Empire.
And I gotta go Scream.
Oh, Scream.
Wow.
Making it to the
Just
Scream
championship.
it is. Yeah.
Remember when he said at the start that it's on there too much? We kept voting for it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
We were like, oh, I'll vote
Voted
against
for
it.
it, yeah.
Scream.
Remember way back when?
Actually,
Yeah.
has Scream been in this a lot, or?
Yeah, it definitely has.
Quite a few times.
But I mean,
Richie,
in the
how far did it make it in yours?
Wait.
Did it make it to the finals?
It
Or
made it
was
to the
it-
finals, right?
It got to this point. Yeah.
it got to the finals, but didn't.
John Wick.
But John Wick
beat
beat it. That's right. John Wick beat Scream.
John
Yeah.
Can
Wick
you imagine
beat
if Scream actually made it to the finals?
John Wick
a
beat
second
Scream.
time? Oh wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
John
here
Wick
we
beat
go.
Scream.
Yeah,
With the
Richie
Joker
chose John
matchup.
Wick over Scream.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. All right,
Richie,
Richie, you get to
first,
start for the one you wanted, Dark Knight versus Joker. What do you got?
And you know what? I'm going Joker.
Jordan?
Dark Knight.
So who gave the better performance? Austin?
You know what? I've got. It's a great movie, but I've had Dark Knight burnout the last couple of years, and I'm higher on Joker at the moment, so I'll go Joker.
Yeah. Jacob?
The Dark Knight.
I've kind of had Dark Knight burnout too, but at the same time, I just can't vote for Joker over the Dark Knight. So, Dark Knight. Steven?
Dark Knight is definitely the better movie, but I almost was gonna go with Joker just to make that final a little easier.
Yeah, sure.
But I
Definitely
guess
would.
the Dark Knight. I'll go with the Dark Knight.
All right, Dark
Yeah.
Knight takes it.
Dark Knight.
So
All
Dark
right.
Knight. Has the Dark
Yeah.
Knight won a tournament?
I think it's been at this point before. I don't know.
I don't think so.
I don't think it's won a tournament, but it's been in a ton of Elite Eights, like a ton. Like I swear I put it. I swear I put it in these polls at least like 7 or 8 times before.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure because I have to make these polls. I'm pretty sure I've downloaded that poster like 9 times.
Yeah.
So yeah. So
Well,
yeah.
maybe-
All right.
Well, maybe
Sorry.
if the Joker actually had a Batman appearance in there, then maybe it
does.
It does.
Well, it sort of does, not really, but it kind of.
Well, according to Aaron, who runs Battleground, it's not a Batman movie, though. So I couldn't argue for Joaquin Phoenix in the DC exhibition. Instead, had to vote for Nick. Argue for
It's a
Nicholson.
Batman universe movie that's kind of in the same universe, but yeah.
He said it wasn't a Batman movie, so I couldn't argue for Joaquin Phoenix having the best performance in a DC movie. So yeah. Anyways,
Weird. Huh?
Yeah.
Well,
anyways.
never final.
So anyways. Anyway, Scream versus Dark Knight, and Mr. Owens, you get to go first on your own finals. So, what are you going for?
Woo!
Yeah.
Oh man,
What's it
I'm
gonna
not
be?
mad at this. I love these movies. Kind of
Sweet.
masterpieces in their own genre. Let's go with the Dark Knight.
Yeah. Austin?
Scream.
Yeah. Jordan?
I know, Jacob. He did it. He did it once. He almost with the whole episode. He almost with the whole episode.
Final.
You were this close.
I almost
You
made
were
it.
this close. You were this close.
Son of a-
This close, and he
All
did
right,
it.
well, guys,
Oh,
it's been
you
fun.
almost made it. Damn. You were so close. All right. We got our host, Jacob. So,
Yeah.
our host, Jacob, what would you like to vote for?
You're gonna take
All right.
I will vote for the Dark Knight.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll vote Scream. Steven?
Have neither of these movies have ever won, or has the Dark Knight?
I don't think
actually
either
won?
one has won, but I think both have either been to a Final Four or a championship, I think, at
Yeah.
least. But I don't think either one have won.
Okay,
No.
so if it's never won, I will vote for the Dark Knight.
Yeah. Richie?
Richie?
I thought I'd be doing Jordan Owens a favor by voting this because he wouldn't have to watch Dark Knight again. But he
I haven't saw Scream not that long ago either. I'm screwed either way.
Okay, well, in that, I'm still gonna go Scream.
And of course, it comes down to a tie in the show of ties. And the show of ties, Mr. Barber, you have all the power because it is your turn. So, as disappointed as you've been this whole episode, you get to decide the whole enchilada. So, congratulations,
As the
sir.
winner is Goodwill Hunting.
Yeah, all right.
All
All right. Congratulations. Good Will Hunting win. Yeah.
I will stick with the Dark Knight.
The Dark Knight is Jordan Owens' new favorite movie. Congratulations. I said it too. I meant to say Jordan is Jacob's pick, and then it's
I'm
Jordan
rubbing
Owens'
off on you.
favorite movie.
Yeah. All right, guys, that was a fun time. So.
All right, good job. All right, Jordan.
Yeah.
Sorry, even if you just watch it, you got to go watch it again. So sorry.
You'll watch it again.
Them's the rule.
Them's the rules.
Yeah, right.
Well, no, I mean it's interesting. Like I said, I think I'm like 90% sure I've downloaded Dark Knight poster like 8 or 9 times to put it into different polls. So it's been in a lot of them. But I don't think it's ever actually won. I'm pretty sure this is the first time it's ever actually won. So it's always come up against something kitschy or something kind of different, or people don't vote for it because they think they won, and then actually it won this time. So there you go.
It deserves to win at least once.
Sure, at least one. Yeah.
At least one.
Well, Jordan, if you watched both of these movies recently, just go watch Good Will Hunting. Then you can do that instead.
Nah, no one likes that movie.
He's like, eh.
Just don't watch Eternal Sunshine. It's not that great.
How dare you? You're number 37 coming up.
I mean, the Truman Show is way better, obviously. I mean, we all know that.
Obviously. Yeah.
I mean, they're both in my top 100, but one's a lot higher.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah.
Adaptation is
No,
one I
okay.
haven't seen in a while that I would love to see again.
Yeah, we'll watch
Yeah.
it for our podcast coming up, Steven.
Yeah. Yeah.
Steven,
Rep your
don't
podcast.
count on it. He has a lot going on.
Oh, don't
He
you,
hardly-
don't
hardly
you put
makes
that
time.
blame on me, Ricky Bobby. Don't you do it.
I'm available between January 1st and December 31st. Somewhere in between there. We'll
Yeah, somewhere between there we'll do it.
Owen, to
Fun to
talk
hear about
that
how the
Rumble.
Royal
Any day
Rumble.
now. Yeah, any day now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm still waiting to hear who won the Royal Rumble. I'm waiting for you guys to do a podcast.
I
to tell
know,
me,
yeah.
and you guys
Yeah.
haven't told me
We
yet.
do our
Like I've
Elimination
been
Chamber
spoiler free.
preview.
It was Edge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well-
Oh, okay. Got it. Cool.
Yeah, he's gonna face Roman Reigns and maybe
Yeah.
Daniel
We do-
Bryan.
In our timeline, Cody's still the TNT champion.
Yeah.
I thought maybe in your timeline, Cody Rhodes is still dashing Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, at this point.
Stardust.
Yeah. Still an OVW. Hope for the call up.
Yeah.
We can do a joint WrestleMania / a Royal Rumble episode. So
Dude,
I just
in all
want to see
likelihood,
that
we'll get to the podcast about wrestling movies before you guys do another podcast about wrestling.
yeah.
Yeah.
Wrestling movies. Yeah.
Oh,
But anyways, guys.
he would just answer my calls every once in a while.
I hate
Yeah.
you so much, Jacob.
But,
Such a passion.
but this has been a fun time.
So he's gonna be real mad when I announced that me and Jacob are doing our next episode of our podcast, which we've done 6 or 7 of already
Yeah,
tomorrow.
no, he's got time for you, Pez, but doesn't got time for me. I see
No,
how it
it's
is.
more like I've got time for him because I said I'm available and we're gonna do it.
He's canceled way more than I have.
Yeah, well, you know, if you were in my time zone, it would be a lot easier.
Yep.
Whatever. We'll talk.
I'm
off
not in
air.
his time zone.
Yeah.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Talk off air. Yeah.
We're 3 hours apart. We couldn't be further apart.
Yeah.
Time zones.
That's like a good excuse. Stop.
Yeah. Well,
I mean,
anyways,
never
yeah,
mind,
don't-
Jordan. You suck.
yeah.
You suck.
No, you do.
Well, that'll do it for us tonight. Let me interrupt the big.
I knew everyone of mine.
I'm not
It's
your
all good,
buddy,
but-
pal. I'm not your guy.
We'll get to some plugs here. So,
That's so
Don't you mute me. I'm the
Where can we
guest of
find you?
honor.
Yeah. Here's Steven. I mute everybody but
Oh
Steven.
man.
All right, Steven, go.
What?
What?
Where can people find you?
Plugs. The end of the show.
Where can we find you?
That's what we do at the end of the show.
Okay. You know,
Yeah,
I'm in all
we'll
the
wrap it up.
social medias. I'm, Letterboxd at Shepard82, and I'll be back here for, probably a few more times this month.
Yeah. Cool. Sounds good. Richie, where can we find you?
Yeah, you can find me around the place. I think next time I'm on here is the part 2 of the One Crazy Night thing, if I'm not mistaken.
Mhm.
It should be fun. And I'm always on Jordan's channel. Yeah, you can just find me doing movie and wrestling trivia, and then I'm around the place. So yeah.
Yeah, sounds good. Jordan Owens, where can we find you?
Besides
Yeah, you can-
finding him watching The Dark Knight.
Watching The Dark Knight
in the next day or two.
Maybe
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
time Joker will give him the right address, and Maggie Gyllenhaal will get saved.
Yeah.
You can catch him doing a live watch along.
Find me on Twitter at jpierceo. Find me on the Instagram at Ben Affleck. Find me here on YouTube, the Pierce Co channel. We do a weekly podcast called A Show About Shows. We review movies. We do some sort of top 10, and some other shenanigans. Then you can find me also doing some movie trivia on there. See some of these gentlemen on that from time to time. You can find me over at the Pierce Wrestling channel. We do some wrestling trivia on there. A podcast where we interview a fellow wrestler, someone in the league. Actually, Pez, I need to get you on that. We need to talk some wrestles about your career
Wrestles.
and Necro
Hey,
Butcher
yeah.
putting you through a table.
Hell yeah.
As well as exclusive wrestling matches from multiple leagues here in Florida. And then finally, as well, Real Pro Wrestling. I am the booker, ambassador, all-around swell guy, and manager at JPO, Jordan Pierce Owens. We will be live Sunday, Crown Plaza, Comic-Con, starting at noon. Con starts at 10, matches start at noon. there will be not only me, but Action Smash, Demolition, WWF Legends will be there as well. Maybe I'll get them to come in and punch me in the face. We'll see. We're also live in Ave Maria March 19th. We're live in Fort Myers on March 12th, and all over the place. Sometimes comedy clubs as well, and then sometimes on the corner making that money, baby. Hey.
Does this sound like he has time for me, guys? This is my fault.
And then every once in a while, me and Jake will talk wrestling live on a podcast about.
He's like, it was a good idea at the time, but you know, it just kind of didn't.
It is Jacob's fault, and it's not my fault.
Well, if you get punched in the face
by
any of those guys,
sounds good sometimes too.
That's why I use it a lot.
If you get punched in the face by any of those guys, definitely record it, and I'll throw it up on the channel if you get punched in the face.
I can do me getting hit with trash cans and
nice.
I got footage of that too. I got footage of me getting hit with all kinds of shit too from back in the day. Yeah.
We've
That's
got
exclusive to the Pierce Wrestling channel.
But Austin, where can we find you?
I'll just mention, because I'm sure Jake will mention our stuff, so I'll leave that to him. Myself and Henry Confidential, we took this past week off so we could build up to our big mega ranking of Batman movies coming up Wednesday night. We're doing a big mega Batman ranking. We're doing 15 movies. We did make one substitution, just to let everybody know. We subbed out Suicide Squad since it's not really like a full-on Batman thing. He's just kind of in it for a minute. We subbed it out for the very limited theatrical release of Batman the Killing Joke, which, if you remember, had a very limited Fathom Events theatrical release. So we subbed that out. So that'll be in there instead in contention. So yeah, and it made as much as Mask of the Phantom did, like $4 million or something. So there you go. But anyways,
very limited release.
So we'll be doing all the Batman movies, and that also includes both versions of Justice League. So we'll be ranking both the Justice Cut and the Snyder Cut. So that'll be fun. Big mega ranking. It'll be a long show, but it'll be a lot of fun. So speaking of Dark Knight, I'm sure it'll be in contention, obviously. But yes, we'll be doing that Wednesday night.
Nice. Sounds good. And Jacob, where can we find you?
You can find me here. I do a podcast about movies. It's the only podcast I do. That's it. Just that one.
Yeah.
That's it. Just a podcast about movies with Austin. And every 22 months, me and Jordan Owens do a podcast about wrestling. But
we'll be doing that tomorrow, right? We'll probably go live tomorrow afternoon, right? Because you want to do it before the AEW show. So maybe y'all can talk about that at your next wrestling podcast too. Rack up the notes and talk about something else.
Yes,
I told you he's got a laundry list of stuff to add to it.
Yeah.
So we'll be talking sequels and not your, more known sequels like The Dark Knight, like The Godfather 2 or Terminator 2, but kind of the lesser talked about, the sequels that don't get enough love.
Ones we want to shine a light on and talk about. Just ones we want. Yeah. A perfect sequel. With Jackie
Darko.
Perfect.
The Lion King 1.5 maybe.
Cannonball Run 2. What a great movie.
Yeah.
12 rounds 3.
Twilight New Dawn.
Jarhead 4.
Starring Jackie Chan. Yeah.
Wait, there's a Jarhead 4?
Yeah.
There's like 5 Jarhead movies, bro.
There's 5 Jarhead.
There's like a lot.
Wow.
There's a lot
one of those.
I haven't even
one of those movies that was just a movie that somehow became a direct-to-DVD franchise. I have no idea how, but yes, it did.
Yeah.
I remember they made a sequel to Street Kings, and it literally has nothing to do with the first one.
Most of the time, they don't. They just use the name.
There's a Behind Aces too. I recommend
Behind Enemy Lines 2.
Sequel and name only.
With Mr.
Senator. So if you want to hear my thoughts on Land Before Time 13, check out our show tomorrow.
I have a box set at my house with 14 Land Before Time movies. I shit you not.
Nice.
There's but it's funny. It's only like 6 discs. There's like 3 movies on each disc. They just crammed them all on there. So it's kind of funny.
Why not?
That makes sense.
Those files.
Yeah, they do.
I think Kiefer Sutherland does the voice of one of those, and I'll be seeing him live next week.
Oh, nice.
Doing what?
That's cool. Yeah, what's he doing?
The new stand-up.
No. He actually has an album coming out.
What's the deal with 24 hours? Am I right, guys?
Yeah.
Why can't I get 25? Come on, 26 is all I want.
He's actually been getting into music lately.
He actually, what he does on his album, it's 6 hours of him just standing up in front of a microphone going, Michael.
I was gonna say
that's a Lost Boys reference. He just says
Yes,
Michael.
man.
I would have said that he would just yell, "Damn it!"
Yeah. Damn it, Michael. Damn it, Michael.
It's all about his greatest movies.
Well, just like his character from the Lost Boys, that'd be kind of cool for a band, So
I saw him on Broadway where he did a play with Jason Patrick.
Yeah.
Speed 3.
Did he suck?
Off the rails.
Brian Cox was in that play too.
Nice.
Jim Gaffigan.
Actually, he goes up and dresses. He dresses as his character from Phone Booth. He hides behind the curtain and just does a voiceover on the microphone, so he doesn't actually make an appearance.
Was there ever a Phone Booth too? That seems like a ripe for a direct-to-DVD sequel.
I feel like there was.
No, I don't think so, but maybe.
You never know.
Anyways, we're way off the fucking rails. Jordan, tell us about what shows are coming up.
Before we hit the 4-hour mark, let's what we have coming up here. But
this is a preview of the shit you hear on the green room when we're off the air, like before we have the shit. This is the shit we talk about.
But you can find us all over the social medias at Movie Hero 2121. You can find the poll with the Elite 8 on the Schwinn Friends and Family group on Facebook. If you haven't hit the subscribe button, we definitely encourage you to do that. We really appreciate it. We're doing a big push for subscribers, so it really helps us out a lot if you can do that, and hit the little bell, because every once in a while we'll do shows that's off the beaten schedule that we normally have, so you can stay alert to those. And then just a couple of episodes that we have coming up. This next Tuesday we're going to be finally getting to our comedy championship, so we're going to be taking our top 10 from every decade, the 70s all the way to the 2010s, and we're going to have 50 of them in a tier ranker fight, so that'll be a good time. And then we're also doing Best Action Hero, so that's coming up next week as well. And then we also have our next series in our Best Picture Oscar nominees. We're going to be doing 1991 to 2002. So we got that one.
I'm trying to decide whether or not I want to watch movies like Secrets and Lies for that, which I'm not excited about, or The English Patient. I really don't want to watch those movies.
Secrets and Lies is actually a great movie.
I have no interest in watching any of those movies, whatsoever. Nobody talks about those movies, and I really don't want to watch them. But we'll see. We'll see what happens.
I haven't seen it in years, but I remember it being a great movie. Actually.
Yeah. But we also have the next part 2 of our Best One Crazy Night movies coming up, and then we also have part 2 of our Best Rom-Com series coming up. So that's a little preview of some stuff we have coming up. So just watch for that all over the Movie Hero Network. So,
and we're going to do a tournament on video game movies, because you know how good those movies are, because we can't do a tier ranker because they all suck. So we have to do a tournament fights for that.
Do a tier ranker. Do a tier ranker. All right, let's see who's in the top 10. We got a high C, a couple really low Ds.
Well, no, that's the funny thing. So
for our Oscar movie,
so I've already made that list, and we had to stretch the list to video game culture movies, because it was only 50 or something like that. So got stuff like Pixels in there, and Ready Player One. And,
spoilers! Pixels for the win, baby.
Pilgrim, we got all that stuff.
Kevin James is the president. That's what we all want.
Grandma's Boy.
Like the Wizard, that Fred Savage movie. Yeah. We got that on there.
Yep.
Ooh, I haven't seen that one.
Yeah. But
War Games.
But but that was a lot of fun, guys. So thanks again for joining us.
Thank you all for making me the guest of honor. I appreciate it.
Yes, we're happy to have you as the guest of honor. We'll see what the community thinks.
Go watch Brick and Jacob's Ladder.
Yep. Yeah, right. But
why you not break it?
And Awakenings. That was a big blind spot too.
Yeah. But that'll do it for us. So for Steven, for Richie, for Jordan, for
That's
Austin,
me.
for Jacob. I've been the other Jordan, Movie Hero Anderson, and we will see you guys next time.